The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association presents Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing is presented by the Ohio Veterinary Medical Center, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, Dublin Valley Farms, Stable.ca, and Midland Acres. Now let's go trackside for all the action.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Here we are, day one at the Allen County Fair here in Lima, Ohio. You're joining myself, Ashley Daly, and for at least right now, Doug Ballinger.
For the first four.
So give our audience, so what's the plan for the night? You're here for now.
I'm here for the first four. Roger Houston will be calling the first four.
So I'll have a couple different guests join me tonight. But we are headed out already for race one of 12. Race 1 of 12 this evening. I just kicked my water bottle completely down the grandstand. Anyway, we do have 12 races again on tap. 77 horses will represent 42 trainers tonight.
We score 8 wide here. Very nice track. They put a lot of work into the track. The gentleman that's put the work in is Denny Fricky, Bruce Fricky, Randy Haynes, Denny Shaner is helping him, and Kevin Sittebush. Those 5 gentlemen have put a lot of work in all summer to try to get this track in tip-top shape. No one trains here at the Allen County Fair. So you know horses make the racetrack.
Yeah, keep it tight.
Yep.
But no, like you said, I guess I didn't realize. I've walked across the track a couple of times already tonight, and how wide it is. That this has to be, of course, outside of Delaware, the widest track.
Yes.
That we have, the fair circuit.
Probably back in the 70s or real early 80s, they had talked about having a 30-day meet here.
Really?
Yeah, never panned out. That just could have been a wild rumor, but it was, it was pretty strong at that time. Years ago, way before my time even, Troy had a meet. Troy had a meet, yep.
For tonight's first race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly pace, first to $5,010, first division. This is the Fred Arnold Memorial. And these are the horses for the first. Number 1, Allison L., the driver, Hank Levan. Number 2, Hold My Halo, with Jeff Nysommer. Number 3, Whiskey Hill, the driver, Pierce Henry. Number 4, Emerald Diamond, Austin Hanner. Number 5, down by the east side, Cam McGowan. And number 6, Forever Girl, Roy.
All right, so just a couple housekeeping things before we go on and introduce this field of 6. So if you want to head on over to harnessracingohio.com, you can find that program for free and follow along with myself, Doug, or Roger all night long.
So this first race, a field of 6, the Fred Arnold Memorial. Fred Arnold, namesake here at the Allen County Fair. He'd been on this fair board for years and years, involved in harness racing. For several years, he was president of the Ohio Fair Managers Association. He passed away this last year. So this is the first division of the 2-year-old filly pace. Total purse $15,030. The one is Allison L. Hank Levan drives and trains 10 starts. You have to find that winner's circle, 3 seconds, 2/3, right at $7,000. Last time out at Greenville, that would have been Friday night, finished second, paced his mile in 2:03 and 1, the one, Allison L.
Jeff Nysonger will drive the 2, Hold My Halo. Jeff also does train this filly and co-owns alongside Johnny Stant. Has hit the board 9 of 12 times to bankroll just over $12,000 already this season. Last win came back at Sydney on July 23rd. Ended up going that mile with Jeff and the bike in 2:02 and 4. Last quarter, 28 and 3.
Pierce Henry drives the 3 Whiskey Hill for Robert Brooks. They team up a lot.
Starter has
2-year-old Black Phillip of Racing Hill has a win this year. That was in 203 and 3 at Bowling Green.
And Emerald Diamond is our 4-horse Austin Hanners for Steve Carter. This is 2-year-old filly by Muscle Diamond. Has hit the board 4 times of 7 starts, 2 wins. Last came back at Athens.
Cam McGowan, the 5, down by the east side. 3 starts, 2/3, right at $3,000, 59 and 1, a qualifying time.
And the 6 riding out the field, Roy Wilson will be in the bike for Tommy Jones for Rever Girl. 7 board hits and 11 starts last time out. Had a 3rd place finish at Greenville. And here is Roger with the call of the first. Eighth.
That's Whiskey Hill going for the lead. Alice Nell on the inside second. Hold by Halo. Gets away in third. Azariso the turn. Going to the first quarter mark. Azariso in the backside. Racing fourth. Outside. Down by the east side. Cam McGowan. Now second and going right on. Now down by the east side. Leads away. Whiskey Hill is there second. Allison L. third, racing fourth. Hold my Halo, racing fifth. Forever Girl and treading the field, following the break. Emerald Diamond. Opening quarter, 29 and 2/5. All in straight alignment at the 3/8 mark. On top of the field, down by the east side. Cam McGowan showing the way. Pierce Henry right there second with Whiskey Hill. Allison L. pacing third. Hold my Halo fourth, racing fifth. Forever Girl trying to close the gap, but now another break. Emerald Diamond. The race over to the halfway point. On to the backside and the 5/8. 1 minute, 1/5, halfway home. On to the backside. Down by the east side. Continues to show the way. Whiskey Hill is there second. Allison L. pacing third. Coming to the outside. Hold my Halo. Now fourth and moving up. Going to the 3/4 mark. Out of the pocket. Whiskey Hill. Pierce Henry with a rush. Now second going right on to the top. Around the final turn. It's Whiskey Hill with the lead. Down by the east side is here second. Third on the outside. Hold my Halo. Eighth of a mile to go in Ohio. Allison L. is there fourth. Into the stretch they come. It's all Whiskey Hill. Pierce Henry. Draw away as they please. The battle is for second and third. On second. Hold by Halo. Allison L. on the outside third.
So still waiting for that official mile time. Doug, I did not catch a 3/4.
No, I didn't get to 3/4 either.
But there we go. I have unofficially across the wire 3-2-1-5.
Yeah, the winner of the 3 Whiskey Hill, Pierce Henry, Robert Brooks. They team up quite a bit for the county fairs. The 2-year-old Black Phillip by Racing Hill.
Official, 3, 2, 1. Unofficial in the barn area, head ready for that second race. 2-year-old Colin Trot, first division. 7 of you have ready.
I didn't get a time there.
Testing.
Quarter time, 29 and 2, the half a minute and a fifth. We didn't get the 3/4 time or the finish time.
There we go.
Ohio Racing Association 2-year-old filly race. The Fred Arnold Memorial. Number 3, Whiskey Hill. time mark, 2:01, 2/5. Robert Brooks, Pierce Henry, Whiskey Hill wins the Fred Arnold Memorial. Results are official. Number 1, Allison L, 3. Number 2, Hold My Halo, 2. Number 3, Whiskey Hill, the winner. Number 4, Emerald Diamond, 6. The 5, down by the east side, 4. 6, Forever Girl, 5. Down, 3, 2, 1. 6, 4, 5 on the bottom. The quarter, 29, 2. 1/5, 3/4, 1:30 and 2/5, a mile, 2:01, 2/5. In your second race, second half, the daily double. Number 1, Jet Wins. Make the driver Sandy Beatty. Sandy Beatty drives the 2, Jet Wins. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
So there we go. We go official. Race 1, that first division of 2-year-old filly pacers across the wire. 3:2:15, and mile goes in 2:01 and 2. Whiskey Hill for the second lifetime win.
Up next, Ashley, is 2-year-old Colt Trot, first of 2 divisions. This division for $6,608. A field of 7. All 7 will be on the gate as we score 8 wide here at Allen County Fair. If you have a program following along, Sandy Beatty will drive the 1, Jet Wings. Sandy Beatty, the 1, Jet Wings. You can go to harnessracingohio.com. Is it an hour or 2 hours before post time to print your program off?
An hour. They always go live about an hour before scheduled post.
For those of you wanting to know the payoffs, the winner of the last race, $480, $340, $340. Trifecta, $74.40. The exacta, $34 even. And the Quinella returns $6.80. And we'll be back to take a look at the second race. 2-year-old Colt Trotters right after these messages.
$8.40.
The Allen County Fair in Lima, Ohio had humble beginnings as a small meeting 170 years ago. Local farmers gathered for the sole purpose of establishing an agricultural society that would organize an annual county fair. Finally, the first county fair was held for one day in October of 1851. A few years after its founding, the fair would be held just east of Lima. That same plot of land would eventually be known as the Lima Driving Park. The driving park consisted of a half-mile track and was considered among the best in the United States to host harness, automobile, and motorcycle races. The most celebrated harness horses appeared in competition at the Lima track. Even the legendary Dan Patch set a new track record of 2:04 at the Allen County Fair in 1903. The famous pacer had arrived in Lima in his own private railroad car. Today, the Allen County Fair is a member of the Ohio Colt Racing Association. They host 2 evenings of live-action harness racing.
Hi, I'm Dean Gillespie, and I want to tell you about the Ohio Colt Racing Association. There's 19 member fairs, and they sponsor the Partial Futurity in Greenville, Ohio. You need to race in the OCRA. Great racetracks, great people. Bring the kids and come out to the fair, and remember, fair time is fun time.
Thanks for joining us. Here we are, headed into race 2 at the Allen County Fair. Doug, that was a nice rendition.
Very nice, yes.
The national anthem. So I'm assuming it looks like there's a stage A very small stage, right? I'm sure our camera can pick it up a little bit.
His name is Alan Seibert. He'll entertain us all night. He's a pretty good singer.
That was going to be my thing. So I said, I'm sure he'll be here all night. He's got his own setup, that's for sure.
Second race, first division, 2-year-old colt trot, Ohio Colt Racing Association, $6,608. A field of 7. Starting with the 1 Jet Wings, Sandy Beatty will drive. This is a driver's change for Virgil Morgan Jr. This an $85,000 Ohio Select purchase last fall. 2-year-old Bay Goat, son of What the Hill, is owned by Joyce McClellan of Zanesville. 7 starts this year for Jet Wings. 2 seconds, 2 thirds, and 2 wins. That win, one of the wins, 205 at Zanesville. That was just last week. The 1 Jet Wings with Sandy Beatty. 2 is Old Mickey. Jeff Nysunger trains and drives, owned in partnership with Johnny Stantz and Benson Roth. This is a 2-year-old Bay Goat, son of a Long Tom, a $31,000 purchase. Some pricey yearlings here in this first division of this 2-year-old colt trot. Old Mickey has 8 starts, 2 wins, 3 seconds, a third. $21,000 this year, 205 and 4 at Sydney. That was about 4 or 5 back. The 2 Old Mickey.
The 3 will be driven by Alex Hawk. Long Rocky Road for Ronald Jacobs. This is a 2-year-old gelding by Long Tom. Most recently coming off of a 2nd place finish at the Buckeye Stallion Series, held just a handful of days ago at Scioto Downs. Again, that 2nd place finish came in 1:58 and 4. However, back from that at Urbana, the Champaign County Fair coming off of a wire-to-wire win. Again, Alex Hawk in the bike has 3 wins and just 5 starts.
4 Bob's Dream, Austin Hanners for Devin Miller, the 2-year-old Bay Goat at 7, and away we go. One of the cheapest in the field, just a $4,000 purchase, has 6 starts this year, has a third, $2,052 in the bank. Last time out, finished 4th, beaten 6 lengths. That was at Troy.
Cheer Him On will lead from our 5th post position. Bruce Schmidt drives and trains this What the Hill gelding, just starting to figure things out. Just 2 lifetime starts, and they have both come at the county fairs. Most recently was 3rd place, 4th. It looks like did make a break and possibly had some interference issues at Salina. Ended up going that mile in 2:09 and 3. Hasn't hit the board, however, has been in the money, just under $1,000 made.
One of the owners of the 5, Cheer Him On, Bob Eulenhag, is probably watching there in Ireland. Heard they left for Ireland this weekend, so I heard they're going to be watching from Ireland. He usually watches. I don't know if he's checked in yet or not. 6, sneak past him, Ronnie Gillespie for Jessica Smith. 2-year-old Bay Colt by Marseille. This is $17,000 purchase, 10 starts, a win, a second and a third, 8,300, 205 and 1 at Wilmington.
Rounding out the field is the 7. Jason Beatty will be on Nelly Up, trained by Ryan Miller. This is a 2-year-old gelding by Muscle Up the Goal, coming off of a wire-to-wire win at Troy. Ended up going that mile in 2:04 flat with Beatty in the bike. Taking a little bit further of a look deeper into the lines, back on July 17th at Northfield, this gelding did start in a BSS and was 3rd, ended up going the mile at Northfield in 2:02 and 3. 8 board hits and just 9 starts.
As we await our post parade, they got to come a long way. If we can shoot the camera over that way, Chris, in the barn area in a minute. They got a long way to come. There's 3 barns back here, very nice barns. Nobody trains here, but they're just about warmed up actually by the time they get to the track.
Really? I say there's no
they're
easy
a half mile
access.
away. No.
There's no easy access to the gate, and you were saying earlier it can occasionally take some time for horses to come out because there's no PA system. They can't even really hear Roger when he is calling them out.
At least in the past, they've said they can't hear, so I don't know. But a very nice track. We score 8 wide. They've worked hard on this track. They've been telling me all summer when I run into these guys at the fairs, and it showed right there with the eye. The track looks good. The first mile, 2:01 and 1 for 2-year-old Pacers.
Right, no, exactly. I was going to bring up that first mile. I mean, even the opening quarter, I think, was 29 apiece, and that right there kind of stands alone with what kind of track we're dealing with tonight.
So we wait the post parade for this field of 7 2-year-old colt trotters.
Horses are off the track and parade the post. Second race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old colt trot. First division, $6,608. The State Bank, Lima, Ohio event. Number 1, Jet Wings, driver, Sandy Baby. Number 2, O. Mickey with Jeff Nice on it. Number 3, Long Rocky Road, Alex Hall. The 4, Bob's Dream, Austin Hanners. The 5, Cheer Him On, Bruce Smith. The 6, Sneak Past Him, Ronnie Gillespie. And the 7, Nelly Up, Jason Beatty in Osaki. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Future windows closing 3 minutes. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
So there we go, our field of 7 headed into the first division of 2-year-old colt trotters. Doug, we are only August 19th, but I have to say, it is chilly. It is chilly up here today.
A week last Wednesday at Napoleon, we wouldn't have said it was
No, that is very true. No, just a week ago, Doug and I were quite a bit further north, and we were miserable in the sun. And this morning, I'm sure we could pick it up a little on the camera. There, everybody has jackets on.
Yes, it's about like a football evening. I know today, I think most of the day we had 70 degrees. And my wife warned me when I left. She said, I'm always right. You should have wore shorts. You're going to tell me that when you get. Now, I think I'm right tonight.
Is she watching? Is she tuned in? Can she hear that live time?
She might be watching. I don't know. I don't see any check-in yet.
I say beggars can't be choosers. Thankfully, there is no Frank Frost here tonight, so no rain in sight. It has been quite a pretty day over on this side of the state. So I was not able to check in with Wellington this morning. See how that went for them.
Bob Eulenhag, the part owner of Cheer Him On. Ashley is watching from, I just had it, Edinburgh, Scotland.
Scotland, so not Ireland, but still very cool trip. Very cool trip. And it's like Roger Houston just got back from across the pond. I'm not sure, was it Wales? He was somewhere.
Yeah, maybe that was in my head. I knew Bob was somewhere, not close.
Yeah. But Roger will be joining us after a little bit. I have Doug beside me tonight for the first 4, and then they're going to swap places, and Doug's going to finish calling out, and Roger's going to head up to the grandstand. And so I'm sure he'll be able to tell us a little bit about his trip that he goes on every single year
Every year. Just got back last week, maybe?
He did announce Rock Springs, so I think he might have, he was probably back, not quite a week yet, but somewhere around there. This has been a nice crowd, I will say. I got here about an hour and a half before post, and I had a couple people hanging out, but really,
they get a nice crowd here. Official starter for the week, Mike Wepkenberg and his wife Becky driving the car.
So I want to give them a thank you for all they do, of course. And was race 1 and race 2, they have royalty in the starting gate with them. So they have the king and queen. They are giving them a taste of harness racing night. Hopefully they will be up to talk with us later. But here we go. Let's roll it over to Roger for the call of the second race.
31 and 3, opening panel. As they race around the turn, cheer him on is now fifth. Racing 6, Long Rocky Road, treading the field, Bob's Dreams, all in straight alignment at the 3/8 mark. Into the lane first time, it's Oh Mickey and Jeff Niceholler showing the way. Ronnie Gillespie sneak past them as they're second. Here comes Sandy Beatty. Jet Wings on the move on the outside. On the cover is Nelly Up, now fourth. Racing 104 3/5. Cheer on him, racing fifth. As they race into the turn, go onto the backside. Off stride goes Sneak past them. They off the course. On top, it's Oh Mickey with the lead. Jet Wings up on the outside second. Nelly Up, a close-up third. Racing fourth, cheer him on. Sneak past them is fifth. 6 is Long Rocky Road at the 3/4 mark. As they race into the turn. 135 2/5. 3 wide. Here comes Jason Beatty and Nelly Up. Now third, now second. 3 of them across the track. In between is Jet Wings. Nelly Up on the outside. Oh Mickey back on the inside. Oh Mickey on the inside. Nelly Up on the outside. It's Oh Mickey. Nelly Up. Jet Wings. 205 1/5.
2:05 1/5 for Oh Mickey. Jeff Nicehonger drives and trains. That makes 3 wins on the season and just 9 starts for that 2-year-old gelding by Long Tom.
Be a lifetime mark for Oh Mickey. Last half in 1 minute and 3/5. 2-year-old Bay Gelding, son of a Long Tom, was a $31,000 Ohio Select purchase bred by Midland Acres.
271 unofficial. 271 unofficial. The barn area. Get 'em ready.
So there was Roger giving us that unofficial 271. I do have them 2715 across the wire. I have to say, I'm sure you said Bob was tuning in. I'm sure he might be happy with that
Yes.
start for Chairmon. Just that third lifetime start. He mind his manners.
Actually, at Slina, since I was announcing and in the judges stand, he was finished third place fourth because Judge Paul Combs caught it. He went on the, flipped over to the pace.
Ah, okay. But there we go. So he did.
So I guess that's, you would have to show that as a break. I don't know, but it does show an X on the card. And I don't know enough about the charting, but I do know he was placed for switching over to the pace, you know, and it was just the last 50 yards, and that's a judgment call where you place them. Then I can't remember how many was in the race.
He did. He kept his mind clear today, even though there was a lot. We did have quite a few miscues. The 3, 4, and 6 all made breaks, but Cheer Him On did stay flat to get to that wire. To get to that wire for a 4th place finish, but we don't want to take away from Oh Mickey. Say last start out for Oh Mickey at Greenville did make a couple of breaks himself, but did not have that problem here today in Lima.
Association 2-year-old Colt Trot, First Division, State Bank of Lima, Ohio. Number 2, Oh Mickey on the Johnny stand. Benson Roth, Niceholder's table. Jeff Niceholder, the winning trainer. Jeff Niceholder in the sulky. The 2-year-old gelding, the Long Tom out of Mickey Levesque. And the winner in 2:05 1/5. Final half, 1 minute and 3/5. The final quarter, 29 and 4. Jeff Niceholder and Oh Mickey in the second.
We await the rundown here from Roger. 31 and 3, 4 and 3 for the half, 35 and 2 3/4, 5 and 1 for the mile.
Results are official. Number 1, Jeff Wings, 3. Number 2, Oh Mickey, the winner. The 3, Long Rocky Road, 5. The 4, Bob's Dream, 7. The 5, Cheer Him On, 4. The 6, Sneak Past Him, 6. The 7, Nelly Up, 2. Count down, 3-1-5.
looking at the 4 and the 5. Jason Beatty listed on both. My thinking is we'll need a driver for the 4, as he is a regular. Jason is a regular for the Brian George's barn.
So as Doug said, we're going to head into race 3, that first division of 3-year-old colt pacers. That is up next. Join us back here as we introduce the field after a couple messages from our sponsors.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, race horses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries open September 5th.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
We are back, headed into race 3 of 12 this afternoon. Gonna hop on Facebook super quickly, see if we have any check-ins. I do. Yeah, to say we do know that there are some issues with our sound. Thanks for bearing with us as always. So yeah, I can barely hear Roger, but Ashley and Doug are fine. Yep, so we are having to use, our sound is not directly with Roger, unfortunately, tonight. We're having to pick that up through a separate mic. But as always, we'll do our best to relay and fix that problem as it goes on, but we'll give you all that information that Roger does announce this evening. We are going to head into race 3. If you are just joining us here in Allen County, head on over to harnessracingohio.com, where you can download a program for free. Those do go live every single day about an hour before post, no matter what county fair we are at for the day.
Third race is the first division of the 3-year-old colt pace. For 4,723, a field of 7 Austin Hanners will drive the 1-3 Margarita shot for trainer Randy Smith. $14,000 Ohio Select purchase 2 years ago. 3-year-old Bagel, son of Pet Rock, out of the Real Desire mare Real Love. 15 starts, has 7 wins, 2 seconds and a third. 32,000 this year, 52-1 early in the year at Miami Valley. 2 back at Salina was a winner in 56-3.
There we go. There is a late driver change that we will get to. But our 2-horse, Cruiser with Class, trained and driven by Charles Neff. This is a 3-year-old colt by Yankee Cruiser. Last start out at Salina, had a second place finish in 1:57.3, final quarter in 28-2. However, 2 and 3 back from that, was on a little bit of a streak, did have 2 wins in a row. Last win came at Chillicothe in 2 minutes and 4/5. 14 starts on the season with 4 wins, 5 second place finishes, and 1 third. Was very lightly started as a 2-year-old, only 2 starts and did not hit the board at all. However, is really coming in strong as a 3-year-old, over $37,000 made this year.
Ashley, the 3, My Handsome Man, Hank Levan for John Fitzgerald. 3-year-old Brown Gold, son of Racing Hill. Fitzgerald owns and trains. 11 starts, has a win, 3 seconds, a third. 10,322 on the year. Was in order last time out at Napoleon of 201 and 4.
Ron Gillespie will drive the 4. Madeline's cruising up for trainer Logan Rowe. This is a lather up gelding owned by Matt Rowe of Urbana. 12 starts on the year, has hit the board at 9 of 12 with 4 wins. So going 3 back at Urbana. Did end up with that win. Final quarter 27-2, mile time 1:56-3. Jeff Neisonger was in the bike for that one. However, has made almost $20,000 this year with a mark at Scioto Downs in 1:54 flat.
Jason Beatty would drive the 5. Hunkalicious for Brian Georges. Scott and Dr. Lindsay Hagemar of Clarksville own. 3-year-old Black Gilda, son of Western Tear, has 3 wins. Line to be announced at Greenville, and I believe he was a winner at Greenville Saturday night, so that will give him 4 wins. I could look on my phone if I had time here. He was a winner at Greenville. 13,000 on the program it shows, but it's probably more like 15,000 on the year. 58-2 at Scioto qualifying time. Was a winner 2 back at Troy, 2 minutes and a 5th.
Jeff Neisonger trains and drives the 6. Gator pled the 5th. This is 3-year-old gelding by Wellsaid, owned by George Burkhold of Sarasota, Florida. Still looking for that first seasonal win, but does have 10 starts under his belt as a sophomore. 2 back at Eaton, did end up 3rd in that race. Mile went in 2:01 and 3, just over $3,000 made this year.
7 KBs well done. Emmanuel Miller for Dan Conkright. 3-year-old Brown Gilda, son of Wellsaid, has 15 starts, yet to find the winner's circle. In 2 years of racing, has a 2nd and a 3rd. 6 seconds last year, 13,000 lifetime. Last time out, beaten 3.5. That was at Greenville on Friday night. Timed in 2 minutes and 2/5. The mile in 59 and 4. The 7 KBs well done, and Emmanuel Miller will round out the field. All 7 will be on gate here at the Allen County Fair as we do score 8 wide.
Say a little bit of a rarity, it feels like, for this time of year. We have no competition tonight, Doug. It is just us. It is just us on air. Of course, we had day 2 of Wellington earlier this morning, but here we are tonight. Say as the sun goes down, it's getting a little chilly. I'm sure it sounds like our mics are picking up quite a bit of that wind.
And you have a winter. You're the only person, I think, with a winter coat, and you can pull your hood up. Now, I have a windbreaker. I didn't think it was going to get that cold.
I didn't think it was going to be this cold, but I do have I probably stick out a little bit like a sore thumb. I do have a winter jacket on already on August 19th. But this is the only thing. I keep this winter coat in my car year round for the just in case
you get stranded going home.
Exactly. And it is so, I really don't think I could get through the night. I've got shorts and a polo on, especially the sun is behind us, so we're not seeing it in the grandstand at all, but I know as the night goes on, it is going to continue to get chilly.
Oh, this is like an October night, 2nd or 3rd Friday in October on football. It is chilly.
Which it's been a hot summer, so I'm not one to complain, but I probably should have looked at the weather a little closely this evening before I headed out. I'm not too far from home, but far enough where I'm not going to make that trip back.
So tomorrow night, we're back here, and you're back here tomorrow, I believe.
Yep.
Roger Houston will be joining you again tomorrow evening. I'm sure Roger will call a couple tomorrow night. Roger, most of you know out there, but some of you that do not listen that much, and Roger Houston has called 188,000, right at 190,000 races in his career. This is his 65th year of calling races. Bill Peters has 65 years of calling races at the county fairs in Ohio. There's 120. And then you add my 55. That's 185 years of calling races. And probably 250,000 calls between us three.
Talk about 3 remarkable careers. How old is Roger? 80.
He'll be 82. He'll be
82.
82. We just talked about it on the way down. He'll be 82 September 16th, the Monday of Delaware. He always stops to see a gentleman. He spends the weekend in Greenville, works the OHHA broadcast and calls some at Greenville, which I've had 50 years now at Greenville, but I replaced him in 75 at Greenville when he went to the Meadows. He called the races there probably for 6 or 7 years as he did Urbana, Troy, Xenia. But he always stops to see a gentleman that's lined by the name of Ralph Beckstead that he would talk to every day when he'd walk across the infield judges stand at Delaware. Ralph is 99 years old, so Roger wanted to stop and see him.
Wow.
Some man, Hank Levan. Number 4, Madeline's Cruising Up, Ronnie Gillespie. The 5, Undelicious, Jason Beatty. The 6, Gator Fled the 5th, Jeff Nysummer. And the 7, KD's Well Done, Emmanuel Miller. Horse will take 1 score and go to the 8. Future windows closing, 3 minutes. Wager now.
We are trying to double check, make sure that that sound is coming through for everybody. We are aware there are some audio issues. It's just unfortunately what we are having to deal with this evening. But thanks for staying patient as we have 12 races on tap tonight. Looks like our who is saying ours our favorite?
The 1 horse, 3 Margarita
horse.
shot, 8-5, 9-5 on the 2 Cruiser with Class. Austin Hanners does pick up the drive on the 1-3 Margarita shot, has 7 wins, so you can see why the betting public likes the 1-3 Margarita shot. Line to be announced from Greenville on the 1. Do you have that line?
I do. 3rd place finish.
3rd place, so you have an updated third place finish.
I must. So last start out at Greenville was a 3rd place finish. Mile went 1:56.4. 3 Margarita shot was a $14,000 purchase a couple of years ago at the Ohio Select Sale. Has now made over 54 grand in this short career. Cruiser with Class was a homebred. So something I always have a little bit of I root a little extra hard. So Cruiser with Class is a homebred, still owned, trained, and driven by Charles Neff. Nice little horse. Of course, we've already gone through and introduced this field, but now, 7-5 favorite for our 1. We just changed odds over 2-1 for Cruiser with Class, our 2 horse.
Pick up Austin Hanners, Mark St. Louis Jr., the leading driver at county fairs in Ohio this year, I believe, with 74. He got a couple this weekend at Greenville. Austin Hanners has the night off from Scioto. I'm sure he'll be here tomorrow evening as well, as he's listed on the overnight entries on the USTA webpage to drive several tomorrow night. And I think I did look at Scioto and the final drivers changes for Tuesday. Austin is not listed, and he will be here most likely tomorrow evening. So it's 3 Margarita shot, Cruiser with Class, My Handsome Mad, Madeline's Cruising Up, Hunkalicious, Gator Pled the 5th, and the outside, KB's Well Done. All 7 on the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate. Let's go to the voice, Roger Houston.
3-year-old colt paces are all in behind Biggie. Biggie twins into the stretch out. Here they come. Cruiser with Class goes for the lead. 3 Margarita shot is there. Second up on the outside. My Handsome Man third takes a seat. Getting away fourth, it's Hunkalicious as they race to the backside. Racing fifth, Madeline's cruising up. Sixth is Gator Blend the fifth, and trailing the field, KB's Well Done. Down the backside, going to the first quarter mark. Cruiser with class and Charlie Neff lead by a length of 3/4. Three Margarita Shaw is here second. My Handsome Man third. Racing fourth, Hunkalicious. Fifth, the end of the turn, Madeline's cruising up as they race around the turn. Racing sixth, Gator Blend the fifth. KB's Well Done. Opening quarter, 30 and 3/5. Around the turn, into the stretch first tank, coming to the halfway point. On top of the field and shown the way. Cruiser with class has lead by a length and a half. Three Margarita Shot is there second. My Handsome Man third. On the move on the outside. Hunkalicious now fourth, now third. Madeline's cruising up. Goes to the outside flow as well. Halfway home in 1:02. Gator Blend the fifth. Racing sixth. Trailing the field. KB's Well Done. Down the backside they go. Cruiser with class with the lead on the outside. Hunkalicious sticks ahead in front and goes right on. Three Margarita Shot racing third. Madeline's cruising up on the outside fourth. Racing fifth. Gator Blend the fifth. On the inside, My Handsome Man at the 3/4 mark. 3/4 in 1:31 and 3. That's 29 and 2. There's Hamill. Now Hawking and Hawking on the outside. Close with every stride on the leader. Hunkalicious on the outside. Three Margarita Shot. Hunkalicious. Three Margarita Shot. Madeline's cruising up. 1:59, 1/5.
59-1 for Hunkalicious. Held off the late charge from Three Margarita Shot. Hunkalicious didn't want to have a lot more racetrack to find that wire because Three Margarita Shot was closing with each and every stride, but the winner is Hunkalicious. Fourth on the year, Jason Beatty for Brian Georges. Fifth on the year, that's 2 in a row. He had the win Saturday night at Greenville, home with Scott and Dr. Lindsay Hagemar of Clarksville, Ohio. This is a homebred. Western Tear, Gilded Sun, Nob Hill High, and Dr. Lindsay. I remember Scott Hagemar when he was just a youngster. 3, 4, and 5 years old, would come to the fairs with his grandma Stella, who was a clerk at many of the fairs that I worked at. Stella and Maynard Hagemar, very good friends of mine.
Say, it looks like when we were talking about our odds on the board, our betting public kind of overlooked Hunkalicious a little bit as well, which just went off at 9-2.
$11 payoff, your third choice.
Say, Austin really gave Three Margarita Shot the trip, though. Try to stay that pocket. Really did. Headed into that final turn, did have quite a bit of pace.
Yes.
But like you said, the Hunkalicious, I mean, Jason Beatty, I always love seeing Jason the bike, especially at these county fairs. He can just get it done.
You know, Three Margarita Shot did, I don't know if you noticed, made just a few bad steps leaving the gate. Did break stride.
Oh, I did not. I did not pick that up.
Just a few bad steps.
First Division. Charles Lima Funeral Cremation Services sponsor. Number 5, Hunkalicious. With Scott W., Dr. Lindsay Hagemar of Clarksville, Ohio. Brian Georges, the winning trainer. Jason Beatty in the sulky. The 3-year-old young Western Terror. Dr. Lindsay, winner in 1:59, 1/5. The final half, 57-1. Final quarter, 27-3.
Now they were smoking. You could tell they were really making hay coming around that far turn.
Brian Georges, Jason Beatty, Hunkalicious. Results are official. No one, Three Margarita Shot, 2. The Shut out.
So, Ashley, we're on to the fourth race. This is the first division of the 3-year-old filly trot, Ohio Colt Racing Association. Total purse, $12,448. This division will go for $6,224. We got a field of 5. We'll be back to take a look at all 5 of these filly trotters right after this.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 13th.
Doug, it has been a good night of racing so far. Last race, we finally did see a sub 2-minute mile. We went 1:59.1, those 3-year-old Colt Pacers. Next, we are going to flip the page over to race 4, the 3-year-old filly trotters.
We'll start with the one Phyllis Sell. Ashley Hank Levan trains and drives this 3-year-old bay filly. Long Tom filly. Bred by Midland Acres. 17 starts, 3 wins, 3 seconds, 2/3, $25,760 this year. 58-2 at Scioto Downs. 4 back was a winner 203 at Wapak, the one Phyllis L.
4 is a charm. We'll start from the second post position. Ron Gillespie will drive for trainer Mike Paul Hamus. This is a filly by Triumphant Caviar. Not necessarily lightly raced as a 2-year-old, but not over-raced. Is coming onto the scene late as a sophomore. Did take quite a bit of time off. Just 2 seasonal starts this year. Last start out at Greenville, ended up 4th in 2:06.2. Scott Sisko was in the bike for that one. This was a $14,000 purchase out of the Buckeye Classic sale and just about $2,500 made lifetime.
3 All About Faith. Jeff Nysanger will pick up the drive. Tyler Tinch trains. Blaze Racing Company of Cincinnati, Ohio owns 3-year-old bay filly by Watt the Hill out of the Credit Winter Mare Global Pageant. This a $9,000 Lexington Select. Now when you get one this cheap at that Lexington sale, a lot of time it's one of the last ones through that evening or afternoon, and they're overlooked. Here's one that was probably overlooked. A great bargain at $9,000, $53,000 lifetime. 21 starts this year, 5 wins, 5 seconds, 2/3, 32,000, pushing 33,000. Was a winner the last time out. That was Saturday evening, 2 minutes and 2/5 at the Darke County Fair in Greenville. The 3 All About Faith.
Matthew Brown will train and drive the 4 first prize winner. This is a filly by Enterprise out of the Credit Winter Mare Tobernet. Brown does co-own alongside Todd Carpenter of Mount Vernon, Ohio. Last start out at Troy did have a second place finish in 2:04.2. However, another start back from that was a winner. Wire to wire at Chillicothe, ended up going that mile in 2:05.2. 21 starts on the season with 3 wins and 11 board hits in total, almost $20,000 made.
5 Honey's Lucky Star. Scott Sisko trains and drives the 3-year-old bay filly by Lucky Chucky. 10 starts on the year, 2/3, $4,800 last time out. Saturday evening at Greenville, finished 4th, beaten 7 1/4 lengths, timed in 2:01 the 5, Honey's Lucky Star.
Looks like we are still waiting for a couple to make their way to the track. As Doug has mentioned earlier in our program tonight, it is quite a ways for our horsemen and horses to make their way to the track. They have 3 nice barns in the first turn, but there's no easy access to the track.
I believe our queens are coming up now.
Our royalty, yes.
Royalty's coming up, so they can have my headset, I guess, because we went through the field.
We sure did. So what we can do, Doug, I think we should wait for the post parade, just in case.
Okay, yeah, we got to do the post parade.
If you will, I will talk to them if you want to
Head on over.
handle on
Always,
here real quick.
always nice working with you, and I'm sure to be the same tomorrow evening. So.
Association 3-year-old filly trot, first division, sponsored by Allen County's Mounted Posse. Number 1, Phyllis L., the driver, Hank LaVan. Number 2, Forza Charm, the driver, Ronnie Gillespie. Number 3, All Without Faith with Jeff Nysonger. Number 4, first prize winner, the driver, Matthew Brown. Number 5, Honey's Lucky Star, Scott Cisco in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. You join us closing 3 minutes. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
There we go. All right, so I have 2 special guests. Thanks for staying patient with us as we got quiet there for a little bit. Doug did head on over to the announcer's booth, so Roger will be joining me shortly. But before then, before we go to the gate, I have 2, I won't say royalty, but king and queen of the Allen County Fair. And so we'll have Brody and Delaney introduce. Want to go and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about how you ended up where you are?
Yeah, my name is Brody Roof, and I am the 2024 Allen County Junior Fair King. And I've been involved in 4-H for about 12 years now. Started out in Clover Buds, showing sheep, then moved on to showing hogs, and now I show hogs and rabbits. I've been in numerous different leadership roles, such as our junior leaders, and then once I got into high school, joining Junior Fair Board as well as camp counselors. And I've always just wanted to be royalty like we are now, just because of the way that I've looked up to the people that had it before us.
Very cool. And Delaney, what about you?
I am the Allen County Fair King Queen this year, and I have been in 4-H for about 10 years, and I show cattle and bulls. And yeah, I just have really found a home in 4-H, so being able to become royalty has just been a dream come true and a way to kind of live out what little me always wanted to do.
So I heard we have livestock experience. We've got cattle and we've got hogs, but we've got no horse experience. But you did just jump into the starting gate with Mike Webkenberg. Can you tell me about that? So I'm assuming that was your first time.
Yes.
So who enticed you to get in? Or were you like, hey, this is a cool opportunity? What do you think?
So we've already gotten a bunch of just extremely awesome opportunities and experiences that normally people wouldn't get. And some of the people that help run our junior fair experience, Craig and Joanne Rex, put the word in and helped get us into the starting gate. And talking to them, they've been a part of the harness racing community for a while now, and they've just always had a love for it and wanted us to kind of feel the importance and significance of being a part of that.
So what'd you think of it?
It was absolutely awesome.
Very
Probably not what you expected?
No, it was very different. And you learned a lot of stuff about what goes on out there.
Very cool. If you had one word to describe it, what would that be?
Surreal.
Surreal.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Very good, but there we go. Thanks for joining me, guys. We are going to roll it over to Roger for the call of the fourth race, the first division of 3-year-old filly trotters.
First prize winner on the outside third as they race into the turn. Getting away fourth is Honey's Lucky Star. Touring the field as they race to the backside. Four is a charm. All in straight alignment as they race down the backside. Going to the first quarter mark. Jeff Nysonger, All About Faith, leads by 2 1/4. Phyllisel is there second. First prize winner third. Racing fourth, Honey's Lucky Star. Trailing the field. Four is a charm. They race by the quarter and head for the 3/8 mark. 30 4/5. They race around the turn. Going to the 3/8 on top. All About Faith leads by a length and a half. Phyllisel is there second. First prize winner trots third. Out we go. Off stride goes Honey's Lucky Star. Now fourth. Four is a charm. They race by the halfway point. Into the turn they go. All About Faith continues to show the way. 102 and 1. Phyllisel is there second as they race to the backside. Drawing third. First prize winner. Gapped down fourth. It's Four is a charm. Treading the field. Honey's Lucky Star. Now on the backside. Go on to the 3/4 mark. All About Faith. Filing to 3/4. Phyllisel right there. Second ready to challenge. First prize winner third. Racing fourth. Four is a charm. Treading the field. Honey's Lucky Star. By the 3/4. 137 flat. As they race around the turn, make that 133. Less than an eighth of a mile to go. All About Faith with the lead. Phyllisel is there second. Here comes Four is a charm on the outside. To the wire, it's All About Faith. Phyllisel. Four is a charm.
Still
2 3/5.
2:02 3/5 for All About Faith. That makes 2 in a row. Was a winner last start out at Greenville. So again, that goes 2 in a row, but 7 wins on the season for All About Faith in just 23 starts.
Unofficial. 3-1-2. Unofficial.
So there is Roger kind of confirming unofficial our trifecta. I do have them across the wire. 3-1-2-4. All About Faith did go off as our 3-5 favorite. Looks like that was possibly Jeff Nisonger's first time behind the lines for that 3-year-old by What the Hill. Blaze Racing out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Do own. Say, I don't see any connections of Blaze Racing this evening. Usually they are just about at every single start this filly makes. We'll see if they end up in the winner's circle. I'm going to say maybe not, but very loyal fans to her. I will say they care a lot about her health as a racehorse and trying to make the next move, whatever fair or racetrack that may be, making it healthy, keeping her healthy. And here comes Jeff back in front of the grandstand.
Into the winner's circle, we have official winner, fourth race. Coal Racing Association 3-year-old filly trot first division. Trophy by Allen County Posse. Number 3, All About Faith. Blaze Racing Company out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tyler Tennis, the winning trainer. Jeff Nisonger in the sulky. 3-year-old filly by What the Hill, global pageant. Home winner in 2:02. 3/5. Final half, a minute 2/5. Final quarter, 29-3. Tyler Tennis, Jeff Nisonger, All About Faith. Results are official. You won't fill us out till 2, 4 is a charm, 3, All About Faith, the winner. The 4, first prize winner. 4, the 5, Honeysuckle Star. 5, down, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5 on the bottom. The quarter, 30 and 4. The half, 102.1. 3 quarters, 133. The mile, 2:02. 3/5. In the 5th race, number 2, always be Gigi, Jake Stillwater. And the driver, Jake Stillwater, number 2, always be Gigi. Field of 7. Terry Holt Youth Running Series, Greenville Track, 700, going on. Don't be shut out. Wager now.
So there we go, race 4 of 12 here in Lima does go official. All About Faith for the win. Jeff Nisonger behind the lines for trainer Tyler Tinch. Mile goes in 2:02 and 3. We are going to turn the page over to race 5. Headed into another leg of the Terry Holton Youth Driving Series. This is a pace with a purse of $1,500, a field of 7. They're going to be making their way to the track, and I will introduce this field after a couple of messages from our sponsors.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
The Delaware County Fair, where history meets horsepower. Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime as the world-famous Little Brown Jug takes center stage. Witness the heart-pounding action, the thundering hooves, and the sheer determination of these incredible athletes compete for the coveted Little Brown Jug title. Don't miss your chance to be a part of history. For ticket and hospitality options, visit littlebrownjug.com. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are made and legends are born. Be there!
Thanks for joining us. I'm going to turn down my...
Here we are, day 1 of 2 at the Allen County Fair up in Lima. A little bit of a rarity. We have no competition tonight, so it is just us this evening. Doug was on for the first 4 races with myself, Ashley Daly. However, he is going over and trading Says with Roger Houston. So Roger's going to make his way over now. You can see him trying to cross the track, and Doug will finish calling those last few for us tonight. Headed in to tomorrow, we do have a post time back at Lima for day 2 of 2. Post time 6:30 p.m. You can join myself and Roger back here again. However, earlier in the day on Tuesday, we do have a post time of 3 p.m. at Woodsville, Monroe County, and then finishing out the night, another 6:30 p.m. post, Defiance County in Hicksville. So 3 fairs on tap tomorrow. So if you just can't get enough, there is plenty of watching available. So we didn't get a chance to talk about payouts of that last race. If anybody's curious, again, All About Faith did win, paid $340. We went 3-1-2 across the wire. Exacta paid $740 and Quillanella $3. Oh, the try did pay $52.40. We are going to head next into that 5th race, another leg of the Terry Holton Youth Driving Series, a field of 7. If you are just joining us, this track does score 8 wide here. And I want to say we will not have any trailers, should not have any trailers at all this evening, which is nice. Yep, I think our biggest field is roughly, is just 7 horses. So no trailers here tonight at all. We do score 8 wide. And if you want to hop on over to harnessracingohio.com, the programs are live and free and available to you as we go through everybody, all the starters this evening. We'll go ahead. There are just a handful of horses on the track for the 5th, and this is a pretty full field, so we'll go ahead and introduce. On the rail, we have Q Cobra Jet, David Justice in the bike for Hank Levan. Last start out was an overnight at Greenville. Did have a 4th place finish, ended up going the mile in 1:57.4. Last quarter, 29:3. 23 seasonal starts, has hit the board only 5 of those times. Still looking for the first seasonal win. However, the last youth series held at Croton, which is different than this Terry Holton, but the last youth series driving at Croton had a 3rd place finish in 1:59.4. David Justice was in the bike, so it should be a pretty familiar mount for David this evening. This is a 12-year-old gelding by Jerome's Jet. The 2, Jake Stillwater, will drive for Tyler Tinch, Always Be Gigi. This is a 6-year-old mare by Always Be Mickey. 17 starts on the year. Another one still looking to make it to the winner's circle this season. Has hit the board 7 times, over $13,000 made as a 6-year-old. Last start out at Lebanon, looks to be another overnight. Although made some miscues right at the gate, did have a 2nd place finish, ended up going in 1:59.3. And our 3-horse Pine Bush Lifesaver, Ryan Hall does train. Candace Brandstatter will be in the bike. 22 seasonal starts with 1 win. That did come back at Northfield, and a non-winners of 3,500 in the last 4. That mile up Northfield was driven by Aaron Merriman, ended up going in 1:54.3, $26,000.
In order, backed by the starter, in order.
26,000.
Final warning to the night.
$26,000 made this season. However, lifetime for the 6-year-old gelding by Life Up Front has made over $210,000. Took a mark at 5 years old and 1:52.1 at Yonkers. Roger Houston, you have made your way up this grandstand.
I'll tell you, it's nice to have a headset on because I needed the earmuffs. It's that cold out
I
here.
have a full winter jacket on.
Well, I came in shirt sleeves. I had to borrow this from some lady.
But
Lisa Swartz, who is the clerk, of course, here and does the charting and everything. Luckily, she had this rain jacket in the trunk of her car.
I know we wouldn't have made it through the night. I've got shorts and a polo on too.
Unreal.
Here is our post parade for the 5th, another leg of the Terry Holt Youth Driving Series, a full field of 7. Here is Doug with the parade.
Youth Driving Series for $1,500. Sponsored by Delphus 10 and Ani. Jake Stillwater to drive the 2, always be GG. These are the horses for the 5th race. Number 1, Cucumber Jack to driver David Justice. Number 2, always be GG with Jake Stillwater. The 3, Pine Bush Lifesaver, Candace Brandstetter. Number 4, Arma Blue Chip Boy with Michael Arnold. Waylon Eubank drives the 5, Big Bad Whammo. Number 6 is Big Daddy Ralph with Lucas Harper. Number 7, I'm Rocking It, Braden Adams in the sulky. With play show put out, exacta. Back to wing jury.
All right, so finishing our introduction of the fields, we will have the 4-horse Arma Blue Chip Boy in Michael Arnold trains and drive this 12-year-old gelding by Santana Blue Chip. Last start out at Urbana in the Holton Series, did have a 2nd place finish, tried to go wire to wire, but was nipped. Ended up 2nd with Michael in the bike in 2 minutes and 3/5. 22 seasonal starts, hasn't hit the winner's circle this year as a 12-year-old, however, has had 5 additional board hits.
5 horses, Big Bad Whammo, Corey DeErman and Robert Lindillo are the owners. Robert Brooks is the trainer. Waylon Eubank drives. This one's won 3 of 19 this season, does have 2/3. Fastest win was at Miami Valley early this year in 1:52 and 4/5. This is a 7-year-old stallion by Big Bad John. I Love Another Wild Woman by Village Joel. Lifetime, 15 of 65, 1:52 and 4. That was a lifetime best at Miami Valley for the 7-year-old. Has had a lot to be desired of late. Chose a win 6 back at Northfield on the half-mile track in 55 and 1. But since that win, 5th, 6th, 7th, did finish 3rd at Attica, and then 8th place finish last time out at Sourdough Down. So needing some relief, Big Bad Whammo and driver Waylon Eubank.
Lucas Harper will drive the 6, Big Daddy Ralph for trainer Courtney Macon. This is a 5-year-old gelding by Rockin' Amadeus. 22 seasonal starts with 2 win, 1 second, and 6 third place finishes. Last win came back at Scioto Down on June 19th, 1:55 and 1.
7 horses, I'm Rocking It. Braden Addis, the driver for trainer Larry Finn. Chad Sloan's the owner. 6-year-old gelding, the Pet Rocket that I've had at Hanover. 2 of 25 this year. 2 minutes and 2/5 at Urbana in the last time. So trying for 2 in a row. I'm Rocking It leads from post 7. Doug Ballinger.
Always be GG. And they're off. First away, Arma Blue Chip Boy over the lead. Big Daddy Ralph in the middle of the track to the inside. Cucumber Jack comes out in 3rd. Pike Bush Lifesaver racing 4th. Big Bad Whammo is 5th. Is moving to the turn. I'm Rocking at 6th. The early trigger. Always be GG as they head up to that side. Up on the outside. Lucas Harper. Big Daddy Ralph puts ahead in front. Giving way 2nd, Arma Blue Chip Boy. Cucumber Jack is 3rd. Racing 4th. Big Bad Whammo. Racing 6th is Pike Bush Lifesaver. The inside, I'm Rocking It. And trailing the field. Always be GG by the opening quarter in 28 and 4/5. They race around the turn. It's a long mile for Big Daddy Ralph. He's come on the outside of Arma Blue Chip Boy. They pass the stage for the first time. Buried to the inside. Cucumber Jack racing 4th. Big Bad Whammo stacked up 3rd over. I'm Rocking It. Pike Bush Lifesaver on the inside. And the trailer always be GG as they race past the half of it to the turn to the High Farm. They're halfway home. At the half in 58 and 3/5. Down to that side they go. Where the lead as they head to the High Farm. Arma Blue Chip Boy has it by a leg. The inside. Cucumber Jack will make room. He's 2nd. On this outside. Big Daddy Ralph the long mile coming 3 wide on the outside. At the 3/4 mark. Bush Lifesaver. They race into the far turn. They're by 3/4. Arba Juke Jet Boy on the inside. 3/4, 130 and 3/5. Little better than 1/8 of a mile to pace. And the leader, Cobra Jet. Big Bag Whammo to the outside with 1/8 of a mile to pace. Pine Bush Lifesaver on the outside, coming 3 wide. I'm rocking it. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Cobra Jet on the line. Cobra Jet from Pine Bush Lifesaver and Big Bag Whammo.
So the winner is
2 minutes, 2/5.
2 minutes and 2/5, the winning time. No doubt about the winner, the one, Cobra Jet and David Justice. Pine Bush Lifesaver, the 3-horse, was second, and home third was Big Bad Whammo with driver Waylon Eubanks. So unofficially, it's a 1-3-5 in the 5th. What are the conditions on this Terry Holton Youth Driving Series? Do you have any idea?
I do not. That would be a good question for Ryan Holton, the son of Terry. I know he still has his hands pretty deep with this series, but I am not sure myself.
I would just guess it probably has well, I see something. Waylon Eubank, he's 27, and the youngest is 19, I believe, for Braden Addis.
Unofficially 1-3-5 versus the 1 Cobra Jet.
What
3 Pine Bush Lifesaver, 3rd to 5.
Lucas Harper, he's been driving for regularly for the last 2 or 3 years.
So he's a lot at Soda Downs, isn't he? Or at least I see him warming up a lot of horses out there at that direction.
But I've had him he got his very first winning drive, I believe, 2 years ago at Hilliard's, if I remember correctly.
But
well, I'll tell you, that was a horse race.
Yeah, it was. It really was, kind of from the swing of the gates all the way through. But David Justice gives the 1 Cobra Jet the pocket trip, or trained by Hank Levan. It does look. The Levans have very similar colors, so I'm not sure what.
I'm pretty sure. He probably works for the Levan stable.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what colors, which if those would be Louis or Hank's.
They're Levan colors.
Out of the stand forever mare, Little Q, Joyce winner, London, Iowa. Hank Levan trains. David Justice gets his first career driving win. The mile, 2 minutes, 2/5. Flanked by Helpless Tent and Omni Incorporated as they take the Terry Holton Youth Driving Series. Terry Holton, Hall of Famer, sport of harness racing in the state of Ohio. Past director of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association did so much for the sport of harness racing. Cobra Jet, David Justice, leading the Terry Holton Youth Driving Series. Here at Allen County Fair. Cobra Jet, $27, $863.20. 1-3 all try, $24.60. Exacta one of all, $19.20. Exacta all, $313.40. Your check for your tickets and request to take to the mules to have that check. Here's the way they finish the race. 1 Cobra Jet winner. 2 on the way to the GG7, 3 Pine Bush Lifesaver 2. 4 Honorable Blue Jay Boy 5, the 5 Big Daddy Whammo 3. Number 6, Big Daddy Route 6, and the 7 I'm rocking in at 4. Winning time 2 minutes, 4 bets, 28 and 4, 58 and 3, 130 and 3 bets. Top down 172, 5364 on the bottom.
Well,
the 6th race is up next. It's coming up in about 12 minutes. Number 6, Mom Honey makes the driver Pierce Henry. Pierce Henry, the 6th, Mom Honey. Windows are open for wagering on the 6th. Rose Run Annabelle, Ella Joe, Princess Di, Evil L. Better Be My Way. Mom Honey.
There we go, Roger. The first driving win for David Justice.
And I guarantee you he works for the Levan stable because Hank Levan was in the winner's circle, and I think he was happier than David Justice. High fives going to the winning driver. 6th race coming up here is the Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly pace. going for a purse of $5,010. This is the second division. Number 3, Princess Di, is Alex Hawk, and number 6, Ma Honey, is Pierce Henry. A field of 7 upcoming in the 6th from the Allen County Fair.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. Volstead, Coach K Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Joining me now. Are we on, Chris? I can't. I'm not sure. Can you hear me? There we go. So we're having, unfortunately, having some audio issues. So thanks for being patient. We're doing our best, as always. But I do have Roger Houston beside me. Roger, you did announce the first 4 races, and I have to ask, because we're up a little higher in the grandstand, which place is colder, the grandstand or the judges' booth?
The infield judges stand.
Is it?
Over there, the wind is unbelievable. Here, there's not as much wind.
There's a little bit more to stop it.
I'm glad to be with you. I'll tell you, I wasn't going to announce any races tonight, but the Fair Board wanted me to call a few, so I did, and hopefully are you coming back tomorrow night?
I think we're together tomorrow, too.
See you tomorrow night as well.
Are you going to announce any tomorrow?
I don't have any plans to do so.
Just like you didn't have any plans coming into tonight
I didn't
either.
even bring my binoculars with me tonight, so.
But you just got home, what, a handful of days ago. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your trip?
Well, it was fabulous as always. We left on Monday the 5th and came home on the, I believe it was 13th, so we were over there 8 days. Toured Ireland on the first 3 days. Then we took the ferry over to Wales. And from Wales, we made our way to the UK, where the race was held at a racetrack called Dunstall Park, Wolverhampton, Great Britain, and large crowd, probably had upwards of 3,000 to 4,000 people there. And the racing, as usual, was superb. And I'm going to name a horse that I want everybody to look for in a couple years. Aeroplane, AryoplanE. Aeroplane. He's by Always Be Mickey, out of a well-said mare. They purchased the mare at Harrisburg and immediately shipped the horse back to Ireland, where the foal this year. Folks there believe this could possibly be one of the greatest pacers ever in Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and such, those countries. He was a fabulous winner. He won by open lengths, the Vincent Delaney Memorial, probably around 12, 15 lengths in 2-1 and something. in just his third lifetime start. A mile track, a synthetic kind of a surface. It wasn't really an all dirt track. They rolled it, no hair or anything like that. They just rolled it like every 3 races. People that are supposed to be in the know said that 201 mile was the same as a 151 mile at the Meadowlands. 10-second difference in track. So if they're correct, this may be the champion. I talked to the owner, John Ball, and he has already been contacted by people in the States wanting to purchase the horse. John says not until he races his 2- and 3-year-old season in the homeland. Then he'll be over here as a 4-year-old. And the question is, will John Ball continue to own the horse, or will some breeding farm probably get him? So, Aeroplane, remembering.
So, Roger, do you know much about the breeding?
I just know one thing. The U.S. has kind of taken over there by artificial insemination. Tremendous bunch of Always Be Mickeys, Sweet Lou. I'm sure there's others that I can't come up with right off the top. But I think of the 21 races we had, 16 of them were won by U.S. stallions horses.
Wow.
So it has really changed over the years with the Vincent Delaney Memorial because of the interest of Diamond Creek Farm, Hanover Farm, and such like that. Artificial insemination is the big thing. And you got to remember, when they buy a horse at Harrisburg, let's say they paid, I don't know what they paid for this dam of Aeroplane, but let's say they paid $20,000 for it. It takes $12,000 just to ship the horse to Ireland. So
it's a big investment.
Yeah.
Big investment for everybody.
And they really can't make a lot of money in Ireland or there. Some races you may have 10 horses in the race and only 3 get money. First 3 horses.
So quite a bit different than what we're used to here.
The purse structure is a big difference, but I think the winner does get more than 50%.
So do they, if it's a little bit harder to make money as a trainer, driver, owner, what is their end goal? Do they do it just because they love it? All the people you have met along the way.
They love harness racing. They live, they die harness racing. Generation after generation. Truly, they're not in it for the money. Now, in recent years, the Burke stable has purchased 7 or 8 horses every year, maybe even 15 or so, and brought over to the United States. So they do get a good price for their horses when they sell them to the U.S. interest. Here's the Post Parade Race 6.
These are the horses. Number 1 is Rose Run, Annabelle. Jeff Nicesonger drives. Number 2, Ella Joe with Ronnie Gillespie. Number 3, Princess Di. Alex Hawk drives. 4, Evil L with Hank Levan. Jason Beatty the 5, Better Be My Way. Number 6 is Ma Honey, Pierce Henry. And number 7, Fear My Heart, Austin Hanners in the sulky. With play sharp, set to trifecta. Quinella and Dollar Superfecta weight train on the 6. You have 4 minutes to post time. 4 minutes.
We have field of 7 here in the 6th race. The 2-year-old filly Pace, 2nd division. The 1, Rose Run Annabelle. Jerry Zell, the owner of Columbus. Jeff Nicesonger, the trainer driver. This is a 2-year-old filly by Fear the Dragon out of Tiger Boudoir. 6 starts with a win and a second. The win, the fastest win, was in a qualifier at Souda Downs, 157-2. 2 back was a winner at Urbana, 158-2. Jeff Nicesonger in the 1, Rose Run Annabelle.
Ron Gillespie will train and drive the 2-horse Ella Joe. This is a recent move over to the Ron Gillespie barn. However, is co-owned by Nysonger Stable along with Johnny Stant out of Bloomfield, Ohio, has been knocking on the door. The last 3 starts out have had 3 second-place finishes. However, 10 starts on the year with 4 wins. That last win did come back at Washington Courthouse the end of July. Mile went in 2:03.2. Lifetime mark was set at Wilmington earlier this year in 1:59.3.
I got a funny feeling this horse has been sold, but just hasn't made the clearance from the USTA to change the ownership. I now believe it is partially owned by
that would make sense.
Gillespie Interest. The 3 is Princess D, or Princess Di, I guess. Laura and Paul Baker. Jim Arlies Jr. is the trainer. Alex Hawk gets the call. This will be the first time Alex Hawk has driven Princess Di. A 2-year-old filly, but dancing Yankee at its ladies' night. 5 starts with a second. And by the way, that second came in the last effort, Miami County Fair in Troy, in 2:06.1 with a final quarter in 29. Austin Hanners drove that night for trainer Jim Arledge. Tonight, it's Alex Hawk and the 3, Princess Di.
Hank Levan trains and drives the 4 Evil L. This is 2-year-old filly by Fear of the Dragon. Last start out had a 5th place finish at Greenville. Got a little tired. However, 3 back from that was a winner at Walpock. Hank and the Vike. Final quarter 28.4, mile in 2:02.4. 13 seasonal starts with 4 wins.
The 5 horse Better Be My Way. Scott Ferguson trained. Jason Beatty drives. 2 of 5. 2 minutes 4/5 at Troy. Comes into the race. Winners at Walpock and Troy. So looking for 3 in a row. Better Be My Way.
Ma Honey Pierce Henry will drive for Tyler Bates. Last win was at a BSS at Scioto, 154 flat.
And the 7 is Fear My Heart. Virgil Morgan Jr., Austin Hanners. 5 starts, 3 seconds and a third. Those 3 seconds and a third in the last 5 efforts. Doug Ballinger with the call, the 6th.
Ma Honey gets it done. Pierce Henry, already a driving double on the card.
You folks here in northern Ohio get to see Pierce Henry. Believe me, he is one of the top drivers in the state of Ohio for county fairs. He doesn't make it to southern Ohio or even down in the central Ohio very often. But up here in these northern fairs we got here in the Buckeye State, Pierce Henry, I think this is something like 27 or 28 wins he's had this year, and a very small stable of horses. And I don't know, is he the trainer on this one? No, Tyler Bates. But Pierce with a good catch drive, he gets the win. 2-0.
Best thing I've never had. Blue Moon House, Flying Ryan, Mark's Pumpkin, Mail Boy's Dream, all that.
Say Pierce himself is still relatively young. He's only 27. Only 27 years old. He's going to make his way back into the winner's circle. Looks like we'll have a nice little group headed for that win photo. I did not catch the opening quarter. Did you, Roger?
No.
Have them unofficially across the wire. 6-1-4.
Not affect the winner, just the mishap leaving the gate. Judges review.
All right, so there we go. Unofficially, I have them across the wire. 6-1-4-5. They do have an inquiry. Does not affect. Will not affect our winners in any capacity. We had a little bit of a mishap as we left the gate.
Alex Hawk and Ron Gillespie hooked wheels just out of the gate, and both drivers knew what to do to get unhooked. You get some drivers unable to do that, but these are seasoned veterans, and they knew how to handle that situation.
At least 7th win in 9 tries this year on the partnership with Sean McGee and Susan Biggs. Tyler Bates Trading. Here's Henry gets his second winning drive of the evening here at the Allen County Fair, the mile 2:01. Like this race by Buck Promotional Products.
So far, 6 races, won by 6 different trainers, and as far as the drivers is concerned, Pierce Henry and Jeff Nysong both with doubles. Honey is a 2-year-old filly, but well said, out of Mary Celeste. Winner tonight at 2:01.
3 Princess Di, 6. 4 Eagle L, 3. The 5 Better Be My Way, 4. 6 Ball Honey, the winner, 7 Feel My Heart, 5. The mile 2:01. Fraction to 30 and 2/5, 2-1 up to 132. 2-7-6, 3-4-1, 5. On the bottom. 7th race in about 12 minutes. We play show when I went back to trifecta on the 7th. Number 1, best thing I never had. The driver Cam McCown, the 1. Best thing I never had. Winners with a wager on the 7th race. Bring it right on 7th race. In order, please.
So there we go, Roger, official with our 6-1-4-5 across the wire. Looks like our trifecta pays $45.20. Our 6 pays just $3.80 to win. We are going to flip the page over to the 7th race, headed into the 2nd division of 2-year-old colt trotters, a purse of $6,608. A field of 7. Roger and I will introduce to you after a couple of messages.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 13th.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Back here at the Allen County Fair in Lima. You know, you travel all over Ohio and such, and everybody in Ohio pronounces it Lima, Ohio. The Pittsburgh media, meaning television and radio, refer to it as Lima, Ohio. They don't know the difference.
Huh. No, we were talking about your travels, Roger. I just came back from Lima, Peru in June. And I accidentally pronounced that Lima for way longer than I should have, actually.
In this 7th race, 2-year-old colt trotters. Cam McGowan drives the 1. Best thing I never had. Great name for a horse. The best thing I never had. Cam McGowan. Scratch the 4, Mark's Pumpkin. So field of 6 to go postward. Best thing I never had. 2-year-old gelding, but full count out of Gallo of the North. Tisha Symes is the trainer. Cam McGowan the driver. Only 4 starts this season. Does have 3 second-place finishes. Was involved in not an accident, but they pulled up out of the race at Urbana after repeated breaks. But you take that start away, you got 3 straight seconds for best thing I ever had. Fastest time so far this year, 2:04.2 in the last effort at the Miami County Fair in Troy.
Ron Gillespie will drive the 2 Full Moon Howl for trainer Jessica Smith. This is a full count gelding out of the Don't You Forget It mare, Howl Me In. Last start out at Scioto Downs was in a Buckeye Stallion series, had a 3rd place finish with Ron Gillespie in the bike, ended up going that mile in 1:58 flat. Headed back a couple from that at the county fairs, was a winner last time out at Urbana despite some early miscues. Randall Smith was in the bike, Jessica's husband. Mile went in 2:04.3 in slop. So this gelding has hit the board 7 of 9 times this year.
The 3-horse Flying Ryan. It's a 2-year-old gelding by Uncle Peter out of TK's Lizzie Beth. Brian Roebuck is the trainer. Charles Bolin the driver. I'll tell you, Bolin and I are following each other. He was at Rock Springs. He raced at Greenville last night, and here he is at Lima tonight. Charles Bolin the driver. This one has 1 start. That was at Urbana. Made a break after the start, finished 6th distance, so no past performance on this one. The 3, Flying Ryan.
Our 4 is a scratch. Next, we will have our 5-horse Male Boy's Dream, trained and driven by Sandy Beatty. This is 2-year-old gelding by Marseille. 5 starts on the year. Has still looking to hit the board, but has been in a money a couple of times. Last start out at Troy was 5th in 2:08.3. This is a $27,000 purchase of the Ohio Select Sale.
6 horses, all that class. Jeremy Moore, the owner. Ty Van Roden, the trainer. Alex Hawk, the driver. 8 starts, zip, zip, zip. Has been troubled by breaks. Every single start but 1. The horse has made a break. Did stay flat at Washington Courthouse, finishing 5th. Has raced in a number of races where they've only had 5 horses, so even making the breaks and finishing dead last, they got some purse money. Horses won $3,421 in purse money, but hasn't had but 1 race staying flat. The 6, all that class. Alex Hawk, kind of the semi-regular driver.
Rounding out the field, we have the 7-horse Are You Lucky? Rush Swartz in the bike for Deborah Swartz. This is a 2-year-old colt by Marseille. I say 8 starts on the year, has had 4 third-place finishes, so kind of knocking on the door, trying to make his way up to that winner's circle. 2 back at Salina. Did have a 3rd-place finish with Russ in the bike. Mile went in 2:04 flat. Final quarter 29.3. Deb Schwartz also owns Are You Lucky?
Gotta say something about Russell Swartz. For so many years, he had I'll tell it after the post parade.
Horses are on the track for the 7th race. Second division 2-year-old colt trot for $6,608. Sponsored by Citizens National Bank. Field is 7-1. Best thing I never had with Ken McCown. Number 2, Full Moon Howl, Ronnie Gus, who drives. 3, Flying Ryan, the driver Charles Bowen. The 4, March Pumpkin is scratched. Number 5, Male Boys 3 with Sandy B. 6, All That Flats, Alex Hoff drives. And number 7, Are You Lucky, Russell Sports in the sulky.
The United States Trotting Association sends out a list.
Trifecta victory on the 7. You have 4 minutes to post time. 4 minutes to wager on the 7. Scratch to 4, March Pumpkin. Cameron McCallum, the 1. Best thing I never had.
They send out a list every week of drivers approaching milestones. Now, back in the 70s, 80s, the 90s, Russell Swartz would drive horses, probably more so in the 80s and 90s. And he stopped driving at 1,986. And I teased him for at least 3 years. Why don't you get those final 14 wins and reach 2,000? Well, this year, I'll be honest, they got upset with some of the drivers they were using, not driving their horses the way they thought they should. So Russell decided to drive some of the trotters some of the times. He's won 6 races this year alone. His total now is 1,992. He's 8 shy of 2,000. Now, I don't know if he'll make it this year, but Russell told me that number 2,000 will be at Delaware, Ohio, because he wants me to be announcing the race. Now, I hope it'll be this year, but if it's not this year, I hope it'll be next year. I teased him for years to get back into the bike. He has got back into the bike. He can still do the job. Won 6 races already this year, and that's lifetime total 1,992 wins.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, Roger. And say just saying that you get a little, as a trainer, you can get a little upset with how your horse are driven, just because we see so many catch drivers this day and age. They're not behind these horses. If they are, it's once a week. Generally, it's not every single day, but people like Russ, who sit behind them and they know them best and can feel them and help them around the track. That's something a lot of our drivers have gotten away from, especially with 2-year-olds.
And that's the reason Chris Beaver races a lot of his horses with trotting hobbles, because he says the way these drivers drive at the county fairs, they send all the horses down the pike, and he says, my trotters need some help into that first turn.
Yep, and I feel, our trainers are, again, we see these horses day in and day out and spend so much time, money, effort, blood, sweat, tears, you name it. You know that. You want to give your horse the best chance of not just being a 2-year-old, but a 3-year-old, and so far. And like that, we have a lot of family connections and trainers now on the bikes.
I am of the generation where everybody was a trainer driver. And I often say when I do speaking engagements that one of the worst things that ever happened to the sport of harness racing was the catch driver. Now, don't get me wrong. Today it is the catch driver. But that changed from, I remember when I asked Billy Houghton, I says, Billy, I can't believe you're not driving Annihilator. He says, no, the Magic Man, Bill O'Donnell, is a 1/5 of a second better. A 1/5 of a second better. And he made the driver change. But I love the days when we were trainer drivers, the Houghtons, the Dancers, the Bisoners, and things like that. It is a different world we live in today. The 7th with Doug Ballinger.
Best thing I never had goes right out for the lead. Full
to the outside. Are you lucky between horses? Off stride is Flying Ryan. At the opening 8, down the backside they trot. Camp and Calendar, best thing I never had. Shows the way by the lake. Full Moon Howl will get the 2-hole trip. Got the way third. Mail Boy's Dream racing fourth, and some 8 lengths off the lead is Are You Lucky? Off stride is All That Class, and Flying Ryan is the trigger as they race by the opening quarter. Best thing I never had. Cam McCowan lead the way. Full Moon Howl racing second, racing third. Mail Boy's Dream trotting fourth. Are You Lucky? All That Class fifth. 31 and a fifth for the opening quarter. Trailing the field. All That Class into the lane first time coming to the half. Best thing I ever had. Leads the way by 3.5. Full Moon Howl racing second, racing third. Are You Lucky? Trotting fourth. Mail Boy's Dream fifth is Flying Ryan, and trailing the field. All That Class to the 5/8 they go. Best thing I never had. Has a by the half of a minute and 4/5. Full Moon Howl in tow second, racing third. Are You Lucky? Fourth is Mail Boy's Dream. Fifth to the inside. Flying Ryan, trailing the field. All That Class. The lead now for Best Thing I Ever Had is only a half a length. Here comes Full Moon Howl. Ronnie Gillespie to the outside. Best Thing I Never Had, the leader. Full Moon Howl on the outside. At the 3/4 mark, the 3/4 in 1:31 and 3. Around the far turn. Full Moon Howl up on the outside. Best Thing I Never Had is second. Are You Lucky is third with an 1/8 of a mile to trot. Full Moon Howl on the outside. Best Thing I Never Had second. Coming to the line. Full Moon Howl. Second to 1. Best Thing I Never Had. Third to 7. Are You Lucky? The mile 2:02, 2/5.
So there you have it. What was the time?
I have 2:02 and 2/5.
2:02 and 2. Ronnie Gillespie for Jessica Smith, owned by Madison, their daughter, Jessica Smith, Xenia, Ohio. Jessica Smith, the trainer, Ronnie Gillespie, the driver, who drove this horse to a third-place finish the last time out at Scioto Downs. He's the driver here tonight. They get the third win in 10 starts this season, and the mile will be a lifetime mark for Full Moon Howl, a 2-year-old gelding, but full count of Howl Me In. Lifetime best, 2:02 and 2. They finished 2:17, 2:17. Full Moon Howl, Best Thing I Never Had, and Are You Lucky?
Full Moon Howl was shaping up to be such a nice little horse for the Smith stable, with just a $3,800 purchase out of the blooded horse sale. Has now made about $21,000 in just those 10 starts.
And we've talked many times with our freshman focus about the full counts in harness racing. Of course, this 2-year-old gelding is by full count.
Roger, when you're going around to all these fairs yourself, like you had just mentioned, you spend a lot of the spring traveling for those freshman focus. Do you see a lot of those horses out here? Just general county fairs?
Yeah. Do you want to know the truth?
I do want to know the truth.
I can't remember the horses from the freshman focus. Get to the county fairs.
Here's one of the 7th race, second division, the Jewel Colt Trot. For $6,608, number 2, Full Moon Howl. Geo Bingo, some full count out of the Mr. Get It mare. Howl Me In, third of the season in 10 tries. Owned by Madison R. and Jesse Smith, Senior, Ohio. Jessica Smith trains. Ronnie Gillespie drives the winner of the mile 2:02, 2/5. It's a lifetime mark for the winner, Full Moon Howl. This race sponsored by Citizens National Bank. Results are official. Number 1, Best Thing I Never Had, 2. Number 2, Full Moon Howl, the winner. 3, Flying Ryan, 5. 4 was scratched. Number 5, Mail Boy's Dream, 4. The 6, All That Class, 6. 7, Are You Lucky, 3. The mile 2:02, 2/5. Exact 560, Quinella at 540.
Eighth race coming up. Ohio Colt Racing Association 3-year-old filly trot. Purse of $6,224. The second division, the field of 5, when we return to the Allen County Fair.
The Allen County Fair in Lima, Ohio had humble beginnings as a small meeting 170 years ago. Local farmers gathered for the sole purpose of establishing an agricultural society that would organize an annual county fair. Finally, the first county fair was held for one day in October of 1851. A few years after its founding, the fair would be held just east of Lima. That same plot of land would eventually be known as the Lima Driving Park. The driving park consisted of a half-mile track and was considered among the best in the United States to host harness, automobile, and motorcycle races. The most celebrated harness horses appeared in competition at the Lima track. Even the legendary Dan Patch set a new track record of 2:04 at the Allen County Fair in 1903. The famous pacer had arrived in Lima in his own private railroad car. Today, the Allen County Fair is a member of the Ohio Colt Racing Association. They host 2 evenings of live-action harness racing.
Hi, I'm Dean Gillespie, and I want to tell you about the Ohio Colt Racing Association. There's 19 member fairs, and they sponsor the Partial Futurity in Greenville, Ohio. You need to race in the OCRA. Great racetracks, great people. Bring the kids and come out to the fair, and remember, fair time is fun time.
Back here at the Allen County Fair, we were talking about horses that we do in the Freshman Focus. We never really kept track of them on a yearly basis, but this year we have kept the list of horses that we have featured in Freshman Focus. So next year we do plan to have kind of a report on how the horses did. This is something Frank and I talked about a month ago, and so I said, did you keep the list? I make the list up, and I give him a copy, and I said, did you keep your copies? And he says, yeah, I got them filed. I said, well, we use your list, because I got so much in my file cabinet that I don't have room for it. But we've had some Ohio champions, believe it, when we interviewed Ron Burke. I think that year 2 of the horses we featured turned out to be Ohio champions and such as, if not as a 2-year-old, maybe they didn't make it until their 3-year-old season. But we will have some sort of a report next year. Looking forward to it. You know, and some of those, because of the initial viewership, usually is somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 views that they get. But then before the year is up, some of them have reached up to 12,000 to 15,000.
I will say, Frank and I, we just did a report for our board meeting, and they are more than that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
More?
Yep.
Well, I kept track of them for a while, but I haven't done it lately. But I noticed when one that I went back was up over 15,000. It might have been a year ago that I checked. That's the one thing about when you put it on Facebook and on the Ohio page and such. You can go back and look at it a year later or 2 years later, and it's still there.
Say, talking Roger, you said you keep track of a lot of things.
Yeah.
You're a numbers guy.
Yeah.
So you also.
I've lived to regret it.
You've also just recently updated our top drivers and trainers.
Yeah. I put up one today that I thought needs mentioning is the top 12 drivers in the state of Ohio and how many wins they've got so far this year. Double checked them all with the USTA. The only I eventually get them into the stats, but I don't get the result from Hoosier Park all the time. I just limited to the meadows and the Ohio tracks and the Ohio County Fair. So I went into Pathway and got the updated list on them and published it today. And tonight about midnight I'll make a posting on what happened today in the Buckeye State as far as drivers are concerned. And I really like to do it. I can't help it. I was a statistician in my youth. I can remember watching the Cleveland Browns play when I was a teenager and keeping stats on that. And went on to Wilmington College where I kept stats for basketball, football, and baseball, and became sports information director at Wilmington College. So that was a good time in my life, too. Oh, somebody else graduated from Wilmington. Yeah, Charlie Hill at Scioto Downs. Yeah, did you know he graduated from Wilmington?
Like, actually?
Yeah.
No, I did not know that.
See, she thought I was going to say Ashley. You graduated from Wilmington
I
as
did.
well.
Well, such a small world. We didn't realize it for a long time that we are both alumnus from the same college. Just it's about an hour north of Cincinnati is where Wilmington is.
Do you get the link?
I do, and I was told you're going to have a future.
How'd you know that?
Because they told me. Randy Sarvis.
Oh, really?
Yep, he did tell me.
We had lunch at the week at the Greene County Fair, and that lunch turned into about a 2.5 hour. And one of the contacts was Kyle Gray, who lives in Xenia, and I know real well. He set me up with Randy, and it'll be in the, November issue or October issue?
Yeah, I think it's like a quarterly. They might do it quarterly. But yeah, Roger will have a nice feature in where we all graduated from college, Wilmington, and saying, Roger.
Because you graduated in the equine program, didn't you?
I have an ag business degree, but I was in the equine program as well.
They did not have an equine program when I was at Wilmington College, since it's a big step forward for them, and it's quite a program they have there.
They do. It is very nice. And also somebody else who graduated from Wilmington, Knox Services, Chris Breckler. Do you remember this conversation with Chris Breckler?
With Doug talking, no, try it again.
Chris Breckler, with connection to Knox Services.
I did not know he graduated. I've known that family my whole life almost, because as a kid I spent a lot of time in Mount Vernon, Ohio. Especially Ron Breckler, their father, raced horses at the Meadows.
Horses are on the track for the 8th race. Second Division Ohio Colt Racing Association 3-year-old filly trial. This division for $6,224. Running less to join us at 4. Our moment in time. Blanket by General's Appliances. These are the horses. Number 1, Money Snatcher, the driver Matthew Brown. Number 2, Caminari with Clifton Bell. 3 is Champa Bay Hall. Austin Henners drives. Running Gillespie the 4, our moment in time. And rounding out the field, the 5. Off of Beach Stream, Russell Sports, in Hershockey. We play show well. Zach to trifecta on the 8th. The go to the gate in 4 minutes. 4 minutes to post. Wager now. 4 minutes.
2 of those wins this year for Russ Swartz have been with Uncle Pete's Dream. He's been driving this horse last few starts. I'm not sure if he was driving at Greenville or not on the 16th.
He was, yes.
Was he?
Do you need the updated?
He was driving. So he's got 3 wins. 3 of those 6 are with his Uncle Pete's Dream. Okay, the 1 horse is Money Snatcher. Matthew Brown trains and drives. 3-year-old filly by Triumphant Caviar out of Money Grabber. 1 win and 12 this season with a 2nd and 3/3. 204 Time out was 4th at Napoleon. Was hung almost every step of the mile. Time to 207 and 3. The 1, Money Snatcher.
Clifton Bell will be in the bike for trainer Chris Beaver on our 2-horse Camineri. This is a 3-year-old filly by What the Hill. She's had 2 wins in a row, looking to go 3 in a row this evening here at Lima. Last start out at Napoleon, really did sit in the pocket most of that mile and inched up to win by quite a few lengths. Ended up going that mile in 2:01 and 3:17. Seasonal starts with 4 wins, 5 seconds, and 4 third-place finishes. Has made over $30,000 as a sophomore.
The 3-horse, Champa Bay Hall. Steve Carter trains. Austin Helmer's guys. 4 of 15 this season. 3 seconds in the third. 1:56 and 2 at Saturday Downs. There's a winner there in the last effort, August the 14th. Before that, made a break. Racing at Chillicothe, finishing second. The 3, Champa Bay Hall.
Ron Gillespie will drive the 4 on a moment in time for Jim Arledge Jr. This is a filly by Long Tom, another one coming off of a win. Last start out at Troy, did with Austin Hanners in the bike, did go in 2:03 and 3, 17 starts on the year, has hit the board 5 times to make $33,000 lifetime.
Uncle Pete's Dream is a 3-year-old filly by Uncle Peter out of Valley of Dreams. Deborah Swartz, the trainer. Russell Swartz, the driver, has won 4 of 12 this season. 3 seconds, 2 thirds. 1:55 and 3 at Sayoda. Russell Swartz got a good shot here with the 5, Uncle Pete's Dream. And here they come for the 8th. Ohio Colt Racing Association 3-year-old filly trotters, the 2nd division, with the call, Doug Ballinger.
Off the running, that's Camineri going for the lead on the outside. Uncle Pete's Dream. Money Stature from the inside is 3rd. Racing 4th, Hugh Trotter moving to the chair. Champa Bay Hall trailing up the outfit. They head over the opening 8, a moment in time. Down the backside they go. Clifton Bell, Camineri lead the way by a length. 2-hole trip to Uncle Pete's Dream. Racing 3rd is Money Snatcher. Champa Bay Hall 4th, up high from the front. German at the on a moment in time. Trotters in straight alignment as they race over the opening quarter. Camineri has the lead, looking for season win number 5. Uncle Pete's Dream right there 2nd. Racing 3rd, Money Snatcher. 4th is Champa Bay Hall. Through a quarter in 31 and 4th. There's an odd moment in time. Trails the field. Here comes Champa Bay Hall. Austin Hanners to the outside. Coming to the outside to pick up that cover. Our moment in time, 3 in, 2 out as they come on over the half. Camineri has the lead and moving to the outside. Here comes Uncle Pete's Dream. 2 in and 3 out at the half. Into the turn, Camineri. Uncle Pete's Dream up on the outside. Now 2nd. Champa Bay Hall is on stride 3rd. Racing 3rd now, moving through to the inside. Money Snatcher. Our moment in time, they're at the half. 104 and 2 fifths and on the gallop, off stride. Champa Bay Hall as they head up the backside. The battle's on as they race to the 3-quarter mark. They're matching strides. Camineri to the inside. To Camineri's outside is Uncle Pete's Dream. Racing 3rd, our moment in time. Money Snatcher is 4th. Champa Bay Hall trails. They circle the bar, turn 3/4. 133 and 1/8 of a mile to trot. Camineri is trying to take the ball away. Uncle Pete's Dream on the outside is 2nd. Our moment is time is 3rd. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Camineri is almost there. Camineri, Clifton Bell, Uncle Pete's Dream 2nd. Our moment in time, home 3rd. The mile 2:02, 3 fifths.
2:02 and 3 fifths. Camineri, Clifton Bell for Chris Beaver. 17 starts, make it 18 starts now, 5 wins and 3 in a row in Ohio. Camineri, 3-year-old filly by What the Hill out of Red Storm. Russell Swartz with Uncle Pete's Dream was game, pulled here at the halfway point, and so he wasn't going to get to the top, kind of backed off to save a little to the backstretch. Tried him again, couldn't do it, and tried him again at the top of the lane and couldn't get by Camineri. Of course, this one just won at Napoleon in 2-1 and 3 fifths.
Juicy Gossip Girl, Big Tanya, North Magic Dragon, Art Aurora. Promise Me Again, Legendary L, Sweetens Code, 7 for the 9th, bring right on.
Great effort.
Continues to mark here at the Allen County Fair. 11 races, post time at 6:30. 6:30 tomorrow evening.
But as I was saying, gritty effort, though, by Camineri. The 5, Uncle Pete's Dream, quite a bit bigger than her. So she kind of dug in and wanted that win. Here is Clifton Bell coming back into the winner's circle, 3 in a row.
And you know, as Chris Beaver's got the trotting hobbles on this one. Most of his horses he races at the fair will have trotting hobbles, as you've learned from past Freshman Focus. Puts lifetime earnings in excess of $75,000.
Second edition. Ohio Racing Association 3-year-old Lily Trot for $6,224. Sponsored by Finals Appliances. Number 2, Camineri. The 3-year-old made photo walked the hill out of Storm and Norman there. Red Storm, 5th of the season for Camineri in 18 tries. August and Burnett, Christopher Beaver, Chris Beaver trains Clifton Bell. It's the winning drive, the mile 202, 3/5. Camineri, $5, 240, 240. 254 try, $110.80. Exacta, $58. Cornella, $6.40. Here's the way they finished the number 1 money snatcher for 2 Camineri, the winner. 3 Chamberlain Hall 5, the 4 are Moment in Time 3, 5 Uncle Pete's Dream 2, 31 and 4 for the quarter, the half 104 and 2, 3/4 133 and 1, the mile 202, 3/5. Top down 4, 1, 5, 3, 2 on the bottom. 9th race coming up next. The field is 7. Number 2, Big Tanya, will be driven by Cam McCown. Cam McCown drives the 2, Big Tanya. Alex Hoff, the 4, Art Aurora. In play show Cornella, Exacta Trifecta on the 9th race. Juicy Gossip Girl, Big Tanya, Norris Magic Dragon, Art Aurora, Promise Me Again, Legendary Ellen Sweetens Code, bring them right on.
So a field of 7 coming up in the Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly pace. 3rd division for $5,010. We'll return in just a few moments to the Allen County Fair in Lima, Ohio.
The Delaware County Fair, where history meets horsepower. Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime as the world-famous Little Brown Jug takes center stage. Witness the heart-pounding action, the thundering hooves, and the sheer determination of these incredible athletes compete for the coveted Little Brown Jug title. Don't miss your chance to be a part of history. For ticket and hospitality options, visit littlebrownjug.com. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are made and legends are born. Be there!
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular dancing Yankee, a 2-time world champion, along with 2019 Jug winner Southwind Ozzy, a son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 13th.
Back here at the Allen County Fair, field of 7. Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly pacers. The 3rd division, $5,010. We'll need a driver on either Juicy Gossip Girl or Our Aurora, both listed as Jason Beatty, but not sure who's going to drive one of them. But
I do think Alex Hawk is going to be on the 4.
Is Alex Hawk? He didn't announce it.
He just announced it.
Oh, he did?
Yep, he did just announce it. Alex Hawk will be on the 4, Our Aurora. As Roger was saying, this upcoming is the 3rd division of 2-year-old Philly Pacers. Roger, something we have not mentioned on air tonight is our track records here at Allen County. So we are not knocking on the door this evening, but our all-age pace was set in 2003. So this is a 21-year-old record. Odysseus A set it in 1:55 and 2. For our all-age trot, we have Canico Orville set that in 2009 and 1:59 and 2.
What was the track record for 3-year-old Colt Pacers?
I do not have, unfortunately I don't have divisional, I just have that overall. We've only seen so far one sub 2-minute mile. That came, I believe, in race
That was in the 3-year-old Colt Pace. 59 and something.
Yep, 59 and 1.
On this 2-year-old Philly Pace, field of 7. Juicy Gossip Girl. Jeff Neishonger is the trainer. Jason Beatty is the driver. 2-year-old Philly, but Western Vintage out of Bellflower has won 3 of 11 this season with 4 seconds in the third. 2:03 and 2 at Chillicothe. Shows wins 4 and 3 back. Winning at Eaton and Chillicothe. Fastest time of those 2 wins, 2:03 and 2, which is the lifetime mark for Juicy Gossip Girl.
Cam McGowan will now drive the 2 big time, Bo Brown does train this 2-year-old filly by Me So Fast. 4 seasonal starts, has hit the board 3 of those 4 times. Most recently at Troy, had a 3rd place finish with Bo in the bike in 2:06 and 2. A couple back from that, has started in the Buckeye Stallion Series. Unfortunately, came across some post position errors, some trouble. Did start after the 8th post position at Scioto Downs, so was not in the money, but do want to mention that she paced that mile in 1:56 and 1.
I failed to mention on Juicy Gossip Girl was a $15,000 purchase at the Buckeye sale. The 3, Nora's Magic Dragon. This is out of the Bertram Morgan Jr. stable. Austin Hanners gets the call. 2-year-old filly, but Pet Rock got a Pink Dragon. 3 starts with a win and a 3rd. The win last time out at Troy in 2:06. Got a 3-hole trip, made the move past the half, and winner by a length and a half. Norris, Magic Dragon, Austin Hanners, the 3.
Alex Hawk will drive the 4, Our Aurora, for trainer Dustin Arledge. This is a 2-year-old filly by Catch the Fire. She's still figuring things out, just 4 seasonal starts, hasn't hit the board, but has been in the money a couple of times. Last start out at Troy, did have a 5th place finish. Jason Beatty was in the bike, ended up going that mile in 2:08 and 1.
You mentioned Catch the Fire. There were 3 Catch the Fires raced in the Vincent Delaney Memorial. 3 Catch the Fires.
I guess I didn't put 2 and 2 together, Roger, that they use a lot of AI over there.
Yeah. The 5 horses Promise Me Again. Charles Boland drives for Brian Roebuck. A 2-year-old filly by Do Me That Again out of Judy's Promise. Winless in 9 starts, does have a 2nd place finish. That 2nd place finish was way back at Hilliard's. 2-5 and 3, final quarter 33 and 2. Since the 2nd place finish, 5-5, 4-4 and a 6. Hoping to turn things around a bit. Charles Boland back into the bike behind Promise Me Again.
Give him a turn.
Hank Levan trains and drives the 6 Legendary L. This is a filly by, bit of a legend in. 12 seasonal starts with 4 wins, 4 seconds, and 2 third-place finishes. She is reaching that $20,000 mark. She was just a $9,000 purchase out of the Ohio Select Sale last year. I will say, in July, she was on a little bit of a streak. She did have 4 wins in a row. The most recent win came back at Eaton on July 28th. Ended up going that mile with Hank in the bike in 2:01 and 4. Perfect timing. There is our bugle. So before we get into our last horse of this field, we'll throw it over to Doug for the post parade.
Horses are on the track for tonight's race. Third division field, filly race for $5,010. Sponsored by Bluffton Stone Company. Cam McCallum drives the 2. Alex Hawk drives the 4. Aurora. These are horses the one choosing out of the girl for the Jason Beatty. Number 2, Big Time with Cam McCallum. 3, North Strategy Drag and Austin Anders drives. The 4 are Aurora, driven by Alex Hawk. 5, Promise Me Again, Charles Rowland driving. Number 6 is Legendary Al, Hank Levan. Rounding out the field is 7, Sweet Toe. Here's Henry and Hersaki. We play shot for Alexander, drive back to the way 30. Howard super backed up. On the night, go to the heat. 4 minutes, 4 minutes.
Number 7, Sweeten's Cove. Robert Brooks is the trainer for driver Pierce Henry in the bike. For the year, 10 starts with 5 wins, a second and a third. The latest win occurred at Attica of 2:03, 3/4 length win. Final panel in 30 3/5. Then started up at Northfield in a Buckeye Stallion Series event. Finished third and was timed in 55-1. In the final quarter, 28-3. Robert Brooks trains. Pierce Henry drives the 7, Sweetens Cove.
Roger, we have talked quite a bit tonight about your trip over to Ireland, but somebody else very special to Ohio went, Jasmine Arnold. We have not brought her up.
I couldn't hear
okay. We have not talked about Jasmine Arnold any tonight and her time over in Wales.
I was so proud of Jasmine, the way she interacted with the folks on the trip and such, with the other ladies in the race. They all became great friends in just the 2 days that they spent together. It was one of the most exciting races of the entire 2 days of the Vincent Delaney Memorial. A field of 10 women from Ireland, Malta, Scotland, Great Britain, and of course Jasmine representing the U.S. She went right to the top, gave way to a driver by the name of Grace Kelly, believe it or not. Grace Kelly, name out of the past, movie star and such. And then they kind of got covered up by somebody else, I forget, I think it was Laura Trittman went to the top. But all 10 horses were within 5 lengths at the 3/4. When they hit the
Pacing that's Juicy Gossip Girl from the inside. Aurora on the outside into the turn. Legendary Al up on the outside. Top wide is the middle of the turn. Sweet Toe. They're all headed to the front end. Off stride Juicy Gossip Girl. The leader down the backside. Legendary Al. Hank Levan. 3 wide on the outside. Sweet Toe and Pierce Henry. 1 to front end. They're gonna get it. Sweet Toe up on the outside. Legendary Al is winning second. Racing third, Good Tanya. Racing fourth is George Magic Dragon. Racing fifth as they race around the turn. That is Promise
as they pass the state for the first time. Come to the halfway point, out and on the move on the outside. That's North Magic Dragon racing fifth into the turn. Promise me again, six to the outside. Aurora, turning at the field, Juicy Gossip Girl. They race past the half, and Sweet and Toe has them halfway all at 59-1. Up the backside they go. North Magic Dragon up on the outside for Austin Henners. Legendary Owl, the inside third. Racing up on the outside. Now fourth, closing in. Big Tanya at the three-quarter mark. Promise me Indiana is fifth. Racing sixth, Aurora. The trainer, Juicy Gossip Girl. They're into the far turn. Sweet Stove opens up by two. North Magic Dragon is next. Big Tanya to the outside. Three quarters, 129-1 with an eighth of a mile at pace. Sweet Stove has the lead. They're off the turn. They're on the way home. Coming back on the outside, Legendary with a lot of pace. Now building, closing in, they're coming to the line. Sweet Stove gives Pierce Henry his third winner on the card. On second, North Magic Dragon going to be tight for the show position.
So
2 minutes, 3/5.
2 minutes and 3/5 the time. Sweetens Cove and Pierce Henry gets his third win of the evening, scoring here for trainer Robert Brooks. And Brooks is the first trainer to double up on tonight's card. Sweetens Cove, the sixth win and 11 starts, gets the mile in 2 minutes and 3/5 and a handy win for Pierce Henry.
7-3-2-6 is unofficial. 7-3-2-6 is unofficial.
To finish up the story, at the top of the stretch, there were 8 straight across the track, and the other 2 were trying to get between horses to have racing room. The entire field was within 2.5 lengths, 10 of them within 2.5 lengths at the top of the stretch. They battled that away throughout the stretch. The winner was Grace Kelly, whose mother the race was named after, Bernie Kelly, who a long time was a backer of the Vincent Delaney Memorial, did a lot of the publicity and a lot of the legwork for that weekend each year. Passed away due to cancer 3 years ago. And her daughter, Grace Kelly, was the winner by about 1.25 lengths. Jasmine Arnold, if she could have got loose just a tinge earlier, she'd have been right there with Grace, but finished second. And the other 8 horses finished within 1.5 lengths of those 2, so quite a horse race.
Code, 6th of the season over Curtis Shelf, Attica, back in Nichols, Robert Brooks trains. Pierce Henry gets his third when he drives the Indiana County Fair. 2 minutes, 3/5 for Sweetens Cove, her 6th of the year. Results are official: 1, Juicy Gossip Girl 7, 2 Big Tanya 3, the 3 North Magic Dragon 2, before Aurora 6. 5, Promise Me again 5, 6, Legendary All 4, 7, Sweetens Cove, the winner. The mile 2 minutes, 3/5. The quarter 29 seconds, 59-1, 3/4, 129-1. 7-3-2-6-5-4-1 on the bottom. Head race up next to field 7. Got one place shelf will know exactly and try to cut the wager on the 10. I want my money. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Racing Spirit, Good Nation. Let's do the Monterey. Get into the first team Buckeye State, come right to the track for the 10th.
In this 10th race coming up, Ronnie Gillespie drives the 4, Houday Nation. Houday Nation, the 4. The driver is Ronnie Gillespie. A field of 7 in the 3-year-old Colt Pace second division. Sponsored by Cool Winds Farm, right here in Lima, Ohio. Back with the 10th after these messages.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, race horses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries open September 5th.
Back here at the Lima, Ohio for the Allen County Fair. 10th race coming up here in a few minutes. Second division of the Ohio Colt Horses Association. 3-year-old colt pace. $1,723. Field of 7. Face starter Mike Wolfgenberg. The one horse is I Want My Money. This is trained by Robert Brooks. Pierce Henry is the driver. A 3-year-old gelding by Dancing Yankee out of Forever Ivy has won 8 of 19 this season. 3 seconds and 2/3. Fastest win time at Scioto Downs, 1:54. This 3-year-old gelding last raced at Napoleon. Made a break at the start, finished 4th, beaten just 4 lengths in 2 minutes flat, final quarter in 31 seconds. The 2 horse is Obi-Wan Kenobi. A 3-year-old gelding by Fear the Dragon and Always Sunday. Jeff Nysonger is the trainer and the driver. Shows 3 wins in 16 starts with a 2nd and a 3rd. 158 and 2 at Wilmington. Earlier this year. The 3-year-old gelding last raced at Salina, had the rail, finished 4th, was hung the middle part of the mile, and got home in 2:03 and 3 with a final quarter, 33 seconds. The 3 is Racing Spirit. Mike Arnold is the trainer and will drive. The 3-year-old gelding by Racing Hill of All Spirit. 15 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 3/3, 155 and 1 at Miami Valley earlier this year in a qualifying race. This was a $45,000 purchase at the Lexington Select Sale. Racing Spirit and Mike Arnold, number 3. The 4 is Houday Nation. This 3-year-old gelding is down by the seaside of its ladies' night. Jim Arles Jr., the trainer. Ronnie Gillespie gets the drive tonight. 13 starts, 3 wins, 3 seconds, 152 and 2 at Scioto Downs. Houday Nation last raced at Troy at the Miami County Fair. Left from post 3, got hung to the quarter in 29 and 2. Then took a 2-hole trip, come out, grabbed the lead by a nose at the top of the stretch, only to be beaten in the final stride, finishing 2nd in 2 minutes and a 5th, final quarter 30 and 4/5. The winner of that race was Hunkalicious, who raced earlier on the card here tonight. The 4, Houday Nation. The 5 is Let's Do the Macarena. This is a 3-year-old gelding by Dancing Yankee out of Mox Delicacy. Dan Conkright is the trainer. Emmanuel Miller drives. 12 starts with a win in 3/3, 154 and 1 at Scioto Downs. This one raced at Zanesville, finished third in 2-1-2. Final quarter, 29-1. Emmanuel Miller has driven the horse on 2 previous occasions, finishing third and third on the other drive. The 5, Let's Do the Macarena. Number 6 is W.D. Frisky. Tyler Tench is the trainer. Tim Deaton gets the call to drive. The 3-year-old gelding, the Western Terror, out of Raps Miss Frisky. 7 starts, yet to hit the ticket. Raced at Troy, finished 4th in 2-1-4. Final quarter, 29-2. The 6, W.D. Frisky and Tyler Tench. The trainer, Tim Deaton, is the driver. The 7 is Buckeye State, a 3-year-old gelding, the Yankee Cruiser at a Sunshine State. Brett Swartz is the trainer. Austin Hanners drives. 14 starts, 2 seconds and 5 thirds. Has not won this season. Did have a record of 208-1 at Rock Springs last year. I remember this one well. Buckeye State took the mark down at Rock Springs, 208-2, and I think it might have been one of the fastest miles that day. The last start was at Zanesville. The horse was impeded going to the 3 quarters and taken out of the race. Finished 7th, was placed 6th. The time before that, racing at Urbana, made a break leaving and on to the quarter, still off stride, finished 4th in 2 minutes and 2. So to get a clear line, you have to go 3 back, and that was at Xenia. And I remember this one as well. Finished 2nd, beaten 4 1/4 lengths. Buckeye State that night paced 2 minutes in the 5th with a final quarter 28-4. I think the horse that beat him was, if look at those abbreviations, I'm sure that's 9106. 9106. Was that a TV show?
I think that's named after somebody's birthday. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Joe McLeod. Joe McLeod named that 9106 after his son's birthday.
Attention please, first time announced, the 3 Racing Spirit.
Born on September the 1st.
Tim Deaton will drive the 3.
2006. Makes sense. I thought there was a TV show that
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember.
It was a comedy of sort. Anyway, Buckeye State, if you get a clean trip, should be a factor here. Field of 7, 3-year-old colt pacers in the Ohio Colt Racing Association stake. They're going for $4,723. We check out the field. Looks like we got 6 of the 7, as they're 1 shy of a post parade.
Say, when Doug was on, Roger, we had mentioned how far of a trip it really takes some of these horses to get to the track. We have 3 barns in the first turn, but there's no easy access gate. They come quite a ways to make it.
Horses are on the track for the 10th race. Ohio Racing Association, Young Base, $4,723. Who wins farm of Lima? A field of 7. Beginning with 1. I want my money. The driver, Henry. Number 2, Obi-Wan Kobe. Jeff Lightsummer drives. Number 3 is Racing Spirit with Tim Deaton. Number 4, Nation, running on speed. Number 6, Let's Do the Macarena. Emmanuel Miller. The 6, W.D. Frisky Valley Stop. Number 7, Buckeye State. Austin Hanners and the Saki. Play show, Alex Active. Now back to wagering. On the 10th, going to the gate in 3 minutes. 3 minutes to post time for the 10th.
So in this field, the driver changes. The 4, Houday Nation, is Ronnie Gillespie. Alex Hawk drives the 6, W.D. Frisky.
You get to your standing request, and the gentleman came up and gave you that request.
Say, Roger, is that Tim Deaton on the 3? Did we have a change? We had a couple late changes. Was that Tim Deaton on the 3 horse? When he came around, that didn't look like Michael Arnold. That did look like Tim Deaton.
It's supposed to be Mike Arnold. The 3 horse did not post parade.
He is on the backside, right
there.
there.
He is there. No, that's the 6 horse. Oh, there he is.
This is the second division of 3-year-old colts. Our first division.
I don't have my binoculars, but it looks like Tim Deaton.
That's what I thought it was, Tim Deaton, too. So I was not paying close enough attention during that post parade. But as I was saying, so we are headed into the second division of 3-year-old colt pacers. That first division was our fastest so far of the evening. They did go at 1:59.1.
So far, the fastest mile of the night. Wonder what the temperature is.
I am not sure. I wonder if my phone will pull that up really quick. I have a winter jacket on. Never thought that I would have that on in the middle of August.
What do you do? Carry it in the car all the time?
I always have it in the trunk of my car, especially during the winter time, where I try to have extra layers for that just in case, and I must have just never taken it out, but it's serving me well tonight.
I think I'm going to have to go clothes shopping in Greenville tomorrow.
So here we go, a field of 7 now on the gate. Mike Weppenberg bringing them around. Here we go, the second division of 3-year-old colt pacers. We will roll it up to Doug for the call.
Coming to the line
Did he say what I thought he said?
156-4. I want my money.
That's
that
just
he did.
About a second shy of the track record. 55 and something.
You are right. I think it might actually be, it is 55-2, but that was moving.
Remember, folks, what I said about Pierce Henry? That's his 4th win tonight.
Robert Brooks, the trainer, is that
3 wins?
3
for
wins
Brooks.
for him. So nice night for this duo.
No, over the last 2 or 3 years, I've been quite impressed by Pierce Henry.
Where is Pierce out of? Is he lives somewhere up north, I believe.
I first saw him, I think it was at Ottawa. I don't mean to be his hometown, but that was about 3 years ago at Ottawa. Was one of the first times I ever met him.
Unofficially 1-3-2. First the one I want my money. Second the 3 Racing Spirit. Third the 2.
By the way, we checked the temperature, 65 degrees. But with the wind, feels like about 58.
It is where our bodies are not acclimated. It's been so hot all summer long, and it has just dropped very, very quickly.
I want my money. The 9th win and 20 starts this season. 9 of 24 lifetime. Only had 4 starts as a 2-year-old. Made $650. But
back in front of the stand,
quite a change in the 3-year-old campaign.
What is the second division of the 3-year-old Ohio Racing Association? Sponsored by Randy and Kim Haynes School and Farms of Lima. Number 1 I want my money is awaiting the jury decides for Brooks Trains. Cedric gets his 4th winning drive of the evening here at the Allen County Fair. I want my money in the 3-year-old Brown Gold with some dancing Yankee. I understand for a fair. Yankee forever, 9th of the season for I want my money. They smile 156 for Dennis. 54, 1/4, 30 and 1 for I want my money. The winner, 580, 322, 80, start back to 132, $48.20. Exactly 1380, 1360. We've got their official 1030s, the one I want my money winner. Number 2, only one Kobe, 3. 3 Racing Spirit, 2. Number 4, Nation, 5. 5, let's see, Devon Marina, 6. 6, Deputy Brisky, 7. Number 7, Accident, 4. 156 for Dennis. 28 and 1 for the quarter, 58 and 3/4, 126 and 3. 1, 3, 2, 5, 6, 7, 4 on the bottom. Number 30, second out of the 12 minutes. Starts to the 3, calling George. Starts to the 3, calling George. Number 5, ball of Chair, will be driven Ronnie Gillespie. Ronnie Gillespie will drive at 5. Ball of Chair. All lathered up, stars over Sydney. Bridge Drago, ball of Chair, dance champ. We need 5. Come right on.
Ron Gillespie on the 5, Ball of Terror. Scratch the 3, Call Me George. 5, 3-year-old Colt Pacers, 3rd division to go postward here at Lima after these important messages.
The Delaware County Fair, where history meets horsepower. Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime as the world-famous Little Brown Jug takes center stage. Witness the heart-pounding action, the thundering hooves, and the sheer determination of these incredible athletes compete for the coveted Little Brown Jug title. Don't miss your chance to be a part of history. For ticket and hospitality options, visit littlebrownjug.com. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are made and legends are born. Be there!
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 13th.
Back here, Allen County Fair in Lima. Kip says as a note, said that Pierce Henry grew up in Leipzig, just northeast of Ottawa, and trains at the Ottawa Fairgrounds, Putnam County. Thanks, Kip. Somebody said, giving me 2 locations to go to get a jacket tomorrow in Green. Thank you.
So are you staying in Greenville right now?
Yeah.
How long from Greenville is the drive up to Lima for you?
Well, I went to Salina and met Doug, and then Doug drove up here, so we'll drive back to Salina, and then I drive another 40 miles to get to Greenville when I get home.
Roger, you're going to be 82. Jug week, you'll be 82 years old. How many miles do you think you put on?
Douglas, well, I got a new car.
Oh, you did?
It's got 29,000 miles on it already since December.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not kidding.
How do you do it?
I don't know.
Wouldn't do it any other way is
the
answer.
You got to do what you love, and you do it as long as you can possibly do it.
Well, we're happy to have you, Roger, that to say the least.
Anyway, 11th race, 3-year-old colt pacers, all lathered up. Alex Hawk drives for Philip Groves, a 3-year-old gelding, but lather up out of Moonlight Delight. 23 starts this season, has 5 wins, 4 seconds, and 6 thirds. That's 15 times first, second, or third in the 23. Has a mark 156 at Miami Valley earlier this season. Was a winner 3 back at Salina in 158-2 with a final quarter 28 seconds. All lathered up.
Austin Hanners will drive the 2 stars over Sydney for trainer Brett Schwartz. This is a gelding by Yankee Cruiser, 13 seasonal starts, and has hit the board 7 of 13 times, 3 wins. As a sophomore, Rose recently was a winner back at, I think Hilliard. Yes.
Yep, one at Hilliard.
Was at Hilliard. Ended up going that mile in 2:01 and 3. However, did start in a BSS back on July 4th. And I do want to mention, was in the money, just a 5th place check. However, Austin was in the bike last quarter, 28-3 at Scioto Downs. Final mile time, 1:54 flat. This gelding has made just over $20,000 this year.
3 horses scratched. The 4 is Stonebridge Drago, 3-year-old gelding, the Fear of the Dragon, and the Stonebridge Luau. And Ryan Miller is the driver, or the trainer. Jason Beatty drives, 12 starts with a win, a second and 2 thirds. The win was at Northfield in 156-3. The last win on his card was at Northfield, and that was way back on July the 17th. The 4, Stonebridge Drago and Jason Beatty.
Ball of Terror will be driven by Ron Gillespie for Deborah Schwartz. This is a Western Terror gelding by the Presidential Ball mare She's a Ball, owned by Bradley Delaney out of Wilmington, is looking to go 3 in a row, has had some nice miles, looks to like, seeming to like the front end, so maybe we will see Ron come out of the gate to go gate to wire again this evening. Last start out of Greenville was a winner, 155-2, 18 starts on the season with 3 wins, almost $30,000 made as a sophomore.
The 6-horse, Dance Champ, Ken Holliday trains and drives. The 3-year-old got him, but Dancing Yankee at a final touch. 5 starts with a third. That third took place at Paulding, and that was the very first county fair in the state of Ohio back on June the 10th. It was timed in 2-2-3, final quarter 30-2. Since that third place finish, the horse qualified at Delaware on the 18th of June, second in 2 minutes flat. But since that qualifier at Delaware, 5th, 6th, 8th, and 8th. But the post positions haven't been very kind to Dance Champ, and post positions not too kind again tonight. Post 6, Ken Holliday, Dance Champ. Failed to mention that in this race, Stars Over Sydney, a $20,000 purchase at the Buckeye sale. The Stonebridge Drago was a $22,000 purchase at the Ohio Select sale. And Dance Champ at the Buckeye Classic brought $7,500.
Looks like we only have a couple on the track. Roger, I thought we'd make it to the track a little bit faster because we're on race 11 of 12 tonight. We have no warm-ups. I think we have 4 of the 5.
Waiting on one horse, we're all out. All out. Alex, take your horse back, give it a turn. We'll come this way for post break.
So join Roger and I here tomorrow evening, another 6:30 post. But earlier in the day, I believe we are at, was it Woodsfield? Woodsfield earlier. We have a 3 p.m. post, but I can't remember if that's Woodsfield or Hicksville. Woodsfield tomorrow, 3 p.m.
I want to see my trotter that I got races at Woodsfield.
George running Gillespie to drive the 5. Ball up the chair. Field of 5. These are horses. Number 1, their driver Alex on. Number 2, Stars Over Sydney, driven by Austin Ayers. 3 is scratched the 4 Stonebridge Drago with Jason Beatty. 5 ball up the chair running Gillespie. Number 6, Dance Champ. Ken Holiday in the sulky. Scratch the 3, Holy George. Place shown when Alex Acton and trifecta on the 11. You have 3 minutes to post time, 3 minutes.
So there you have it. 5 horses to go postward here. 3-year-old Colt Pace, 3rd division. The trotter I got with Rosie Weaver was a winner down at Rock Springs, and that was a big thrill to call a race and you have your horse win it.
Did you end up leaving the announcer's booth to go get your picture taken?
I should have said, and that's my horse on top, but I didn't. There was an announcer back in the 60s that was instrumental in me going to Wilmington College. A guy by the name of Mike Moran. And I wanted to get a motorcycle when I was in high school, and my parents didn't like it, so Mike Moran arranged for me to purchase a 15-year-old broodmare in full to mess around with at the Greene County Fair. And early in my career, he wanted me to announce at Eaton. He says, I can't announce that race. He says, my horse is racing there, so and I want to drive him. Well, he won at Eaton. The next week, he put his catch driver up at Springfield, and the horse won again. Coming home, Mike says, and that's my horse on top. I've always wanted to say it, but I didn't do it.
Well, you'll have another opportunity.
No, I won't do it. I won't do it.
Keep some level of professionalism in there.
Because you got to live with the good and the bad. I mean, if you make some miscue, I can't say, he made a break or anything. So, you know. Field of them going to the post. 3-year-old Colt Pacers in the 11.
The bar area have that 12th ready. Gates rolling. It's post time for the 11. Track down to a field of 5. They're in Division 3-year-old Colt Pacers. 4,723. Sponsored by Fiber Gear, Gardner Cleaning. On the line, your starting gate. Here they come. Facing going to the lead. All laddered up on the inside. On the outside as the field moves into the turn. Strawbridge Drago. Starts over City. On the inside. Lines the pylon. Racing next to Dan Campbell. Volunteer. After the break, trails the field as they head up to the backside. All laddered up. Alex Top. Lead away by 3. Racing next in second as they race around the opening quarter. Starts over City. Strawbridge Drago third. Racing fourth. Trailing the field volunteer out of the opening quarter, all laddered up, and Alex Top, half the field of Pacers by that mark in 28 and 2 fifth. Round the turn, the dual grip, to Stars over Sydney, racing third, Stowbridge Drago, racing fourth is Dan Champ, volunteers trails the field, he's 8 lengths from the front as they pass the stand for the first time, field of Pacers still in straight line, all laddered up, on the front end by a lane, Stars over Sydney, racing second. Stowbridge Drago moves to the outside third. Racing fourth, Dan Camp. Volunteers trails the field as they head up the backside. Over to the 3-quarter mark. They're halfway home in 58 seconds. On to the 3/4 they go. All laddered up. This is the target. It leads it by 2. Stars over Sydney is second. Stowbridge Drago takes a lead to the outside. Dan Camp fourth. Volunteer fifth. They're in the far third. All laddered up. Still there. Stars over City is second. Stowbridge Drago third. Racing fourth is Dan Champ. Volunteer fifth with 8 mile pace. All laddered up. 3/4. 1:27 with 8 mile to go. It's all laddered up. Stars over City on the outside. Second. Coming to line. All laddered up. Second. Stars over City. Going to be very tight for third. The mile 1:57.
1:57 the time for the one all lathered up. Philip Groves, the trainer, Alex Hawk, the driver. 3-year-old gelding by Lather Up out of Moonlight Delight. Gets the 6th win in 24 starts this season.
Unofficially 1, 2, 4. First the one.
Unofficially 1, 2, and 4 in the 11th.
Was very tight for show, though. I'm sure they have utilized their photo finish.
Yeah, it's very tight between the 4, 6, and 5, but I wrote down Stonebridge Drago 3rd, Dance Champ 4th, Ball of Terror was 5th. Pretty confident of that.
Alex Hawk and Philip Groves, I will say, Tori Steelster is in next, and Alex will drive that mount for Philip Groves as well. Seem to be a pretty decent duo around all these fairs.
Well, Philip Groves has got about, I think 9 or 10 wins this season. Very small stable of horses for Groves, but he's got, like I said, 9 or 10 wins. Oh my goodness, look at the folks there. They got a deck of cards and they're drawing numbers for who gets which horse in the next race.
I was just introduced to that.
The old way.
I had no idea that was a thing. A friend, I was up at Napoleon to work, and a friend does that with her family during their race days, and I had no idea that was a thing.
We did it as kids. everybody put in a dime.
You'll make of it, son of Lather Up by the Western Hanover Moonlight Delight.
Sixth of the season for all lathered up on the Philip Groves and Myron Kesters. Philip Groves trains. Alex Hawk drives the winner of the mile, 1:57. Like by Fiber Care Carpet Cleaning. The winner, $5, 260, 210, 124 try, 43.60, exacta 48.80, Quinella, $48 even. Here's the way they finished. The 11th, number 1, all lathered up, the winner. 2 stars over Sydney, 2. The 3 was scratched, 4 Stonebridge Drago, 3. 5 Volunteer, 5. The 6 Dance Champ, 4. 157, 28 and 2. The half, 58 and 3. 58 and 3 for the half, 3 quarters, 127 and 4. 1-2 scratch, 3-5, 4 on the bottom. 12th and final coming up next. It's up in about 12 minutes.
Roger, something I didn't get a mention, and Jimmy Byers on air caught me.
The driver, Ken Holiday, the 4, she's all jacked up.
Now, go ahead.
On the 5, Ball of Terror, I had mentioned on air that she was out of the presidential ball mare She's a Ball, and that was one that was in my dad's stable for quite some time.
Still don't have a driver on the 1, Lady Holly, no driver on the 1.
But there we go. Official 1, 2, 4. The trifecta does pay $43.60. Our winner, all lathered up, pays $5. We are going to flip the page and head into our...
Before we flip the page, if anybody out there knows Philip Groves, would you text or tell us in the comments, was Philip Groves' father named Harry Groves from Sydney, Ohio? I'm trying to go back 40 years ago. I went to a county fair with Harry Groves, and my daughter Cammie Sue was with me, my first daughter, and Harry Groves had his son with his. And I wonder if that son isn't Philip Groves that just won that race. That's a flashback. Excuse me, folks, it's an old man just thinking of something of the past that just came up. But I'd like to know if Philip Groves' father was Harry Groves from Sydney.
Well, I'll keep an eye on comments for you, Roger. If we don't know, most of the time the audience knows.
12th race coming up. The getaway feature. The Allen County Fair. Big race. Field of 6 in just a few moments.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Back here at the Allen County Fair, this is a biggie. The Dunlap Runner Memorial Signature Series Pace. A field of 6 to go postward for a purse of $5,600. All trying to earn points for the final this year at Delaware, Ohio. The one is, well, did they say who's driving the one?
Tim Deaton.
Who?
Tim Deaton.
Tim Deaton. Number 1 is Lady Holly. Tim Deaton drives for Courtney Macon. This is a 4-year-old mare, but shadow play out of Lady Laddie. 4 of 20 this season, 3 seconds and a third, 154-1 at Scioto Downs, and that was in the last start, August the 14th. Big win there, 54-1, final quarter 28-4. Lady Ollie and Tim Deaton in the 12th.
Getting some driver changes. All right, our Alex Hawk will be back in the mic for trainer Philip Robes on our 2-horse Tourig Sealster. This is 11-year-old gelding by Shadow Play. 27 starts on the 7 win, just 2 wins. This is a tough horse. Doesn't need a whole lot of introduction from us if you've been following the fair circuits. Groves does own, last start out had a second place at Napoleon in the signature series, but it was a very tough race. On the lines, it says it was beaten by a neck, but I was there and will say it was barely by a nose. Ended up going that mile in 1:57.2. Last win did come back in the free-for-all at Chillicothe. Alex once again in the bike. Final quarter of that mile went 28-1, mile time 1:56.2. This gelding has made over $378,000 lifetime. Took a mark at 5 years old and 150-4 at Philadelphia.
You notice last year, 54 starts. There's only 52 weeks in a year. Number 3, Genesis. Randy Smith trains. Mark St. Louis Jr. Do we have a driver change on him?
The 3 will be driven by Austin Hanners.
Austin Hanners. Thank you. Genesis is a 5-year-old mare by Rock and Roll Dance. 6 starts with a second. That second occurred at Miami Valley in 1:54.3, final quarter 29. At the fairs, however, 8th, 7th, 8th, and 6th. This will be, however, the first start in the signature series. This horse has been racing at Scioto Downs and Miami Valley. First start in the signature series, so they're looking for a better effort. Randy Smith, Genesis, the 3-horse.
Ken Holliday will now drive the 4. She's all jacked up for Roy Justice. This is a 5-year-old mare by If I Can Dream out of a Real Artist mare. 20 starts on the season with 2 wins, 4 seconds, and 2 third-place finishes. Has made almost $35,000 in 2024. 2 starts back in the signature series up at Northfield, which would have been the Summit County Fair. Did have a second-place finish, was just beaten by a neck. Elliott Deaton was in the bike, went that mile in 1:54.3. However, some back from that at Scioto Downs, we see that this horse does like to go in 52-51, somewhere around that. So Philly can pace. Took a lifetime mark at 5 years old, so just earlier this year at Miami Valley in 1:52 flat.
Who's driving the 4-horse?
Pierce Henry.
My man, Pierce Henry on the 4. She's all jacked up. Roy Justice, the trainer. This 5-year-old mare, but If I Can Dream. 20 starts, 2 wins, 4 seconds, 2 thirds, 152 earlier this year at Miami Valley. This is another horse making the first start here at the fairs in this signature series. She's all jacked up with Pierce Henry, looking for win number 5 on the card.
Rounding out the field, we do have Western Ready and Hank Levan. Scott Ferguson does train this 5-year-old gelding by Western Vintage out of the $1 million Cam mare, My Mary. 2 wins in 22 seasonal starts. Last start out in a free-for-all at Troy, had a second-place finish. Hank was in the bike for that one, went 1:58.1. 4 back, however, at Eaton when a free-for-all did win in 2:02.4 with David Ward in that bike. 71 lifetime starts with 18 wins, 9 seconds, and 11 thirds. Over $234,000 made for this gelding. Here is Doug with the post parade.
Horses are off to the track. What is the post race? The headline runner roll series base, signature series base. $5,600 marks for the
Tim
Back
Deep.
at it tomorrow evening here at the Allen County Fair. Post time at 6:30.
Tim Deaton drives the
11
one.
races.
Tim Deaton drives the 1, Lady Holly. Austin Hanners the 3, Genesis. Ken Holliday on the 4, She's All Jacked Up. Pierce Henry on the 5, Captain Panko. And Hank Levan on the 6, Western Ready.
It does look like Lady Holly's currently standing as the 6 to 5 favorite. Second choice at 5 to 2 is Torig Seelster.
Have a big hand for Alan Seibert. Starter has called the horses to the gate.
Alan Siebert, the gentleman who's been entertaining throughout the evening, sang the national anthem, and he wraps up his performance with God Bless America. In behind the
Signature
gate.
Series Pacers, the Death Lap Runner, Memorial. All in behind the gate for $5,600. Here they come. Facing the lead, that's Lady Holly on the outside. Terry Seelster, field of Pacers into the turn. Captain Panko, 3 wide as a race around the turn. He'll take a seat third. Western Ready comes out in fourth. Racing next as a race around the turn. She's all jacked up as they get up the backside. Down the backside to the opening quarter they go. On top of the field, Lady Holly, Tim Deaton showed away. Terry Seelster gets out to hold grip. Racing third, Captain Panko. Racing fourth is Genesis. Following Genesis is She's All Jacked Up. Western Ready trails the field. They race 5 in the opening quarter. Round the turn to the 3/8 they go. Lady Holly shows the way. Terry Seelster right there second. Captain Panko third. Genesis is fourth. Racing third. She's All Jacked Up. Western Ready trails the field. 31 left there for the opening quarter. Come on over the halfway point. It's Lady Holly Elliott on the outside. Captain Panko racing third. Terry Seelster, the outside into the turn. She's all jacked up. 3 in, 3 out. Half and half. On to the 5/8. Halfway home in 102. Down the backside they go. Lady Holly to the right, 3 parts of the lane. Captain Panko on the outside. Locked in. Terry Seelster nowhere to go. On the move. They go to the 3/4 mark. Into the far turn. Captain Panko and Pierce Henry. Back to the 3/4. They're into the far turn. Lady Holly clinging to that lead. Racing on the outside as they race around the turn. Captain Panko now second. Racing 3 wide off the turn. Here comes She's All Jacked Up. 1:39.2 with an 8 of the pace. Down the stretch they come. Lady Holly. Down to the now. Through the lane. They're coming from everywhere. Terry Seelster off the inside. Terry Seelster. She's All Jacked Up. And Western Ready. Terry Seelster to take the Death Lap Runner.
Well,
2 minutes, 2 fifths.
what was the time?
2 minutes, 2 fifths.
Oh, thought they'd go a little faster than that. Torig Seelster gets the win. Win number 49
Has been posted.
in the 301st career start.
It sounds like we have an inquiry on our winner. We were just told to hold all tickets.
Thank you. Gentleman just congratulated me on Glamorous Pete winning at Rock Springs. Now there has to be a viewer of the OHHA harness races on Facebook. Has to be.
Say, we'll hop over to Facebook while we're waiting for that official on the inquiry. I do believe it sounded like it was against our winner, Torig Silster. But Roger, you asked a question about Philip Groves and who his father was, so we'll hop over to Facebook and take a look at those comments. Harry and Judy Groves were his parents.
Oh my goodness. I've got to meet Philip Groves somehow. Oh, how many years ago was that? Oh. Well, whoever gave me the parents, I appreciate
It was Mark.
that.
I think a couple people actually, but first one I seen.
The one, Lady Holly. No interference. Your unofficial winner will stand as the 2. Terry Sealster.
So we await. Hawk is still on the track with Tourig Sealster.
I said, I do think Doug just announced that it will stand.
He will stand.
He will stand.
So that would be career win number 49 in 301 starts.
We're back at it tomorrow evening. Post time at 6:30. 6:30 tomorrow evening. Post time at 6:30 with 11 races.
Coming back to the winner's circle as slow as he can, Tourig Sealster, because they're waiting on the golf cart with folks from the barn area. Get their picture taken in the winner's circle.
Back in front of the stands, making his way into the winner's circle, you're one of the 12.
That's back-to-back wins
Series, the
for trainer Philip Groves.
Sponsored by the Allen County Fair for $5,600. Number 2, Terry Sealster, 11-year-old big brother, son of Shadow Play. Out of the Cam Luck mare. That day, going to train with Philip Groves. Alex Hawk gets his second winning drive of the evening. Terry Sealster home 2 minutes, 2 fifths. His 49th career win in his lifetime. Winner 660, 360, 240. 246 try, $119.60. Exact to $40.20. One out 14 at 20. There's a lady finished, the one with Lady Molly behind. 2 Terry Seals for the winner. 3 Genesis 6, 4. She's all jumped up to 5 Captain Pango 4, the 6 Western Ready 3. 2 minutes, 2 fifths, 31 and 1. 102, 131 and 2. Well, that wraps it up for Monday evening here at the Allen County Fair. A very star evening. Post time at 6:30.
Well, they're going to wrap things
Please
up
return
here.
your saddle pads. Please return the saddle pads. All money will be available shortly in the race office.
So that kind of wraps things up here at the Allen County Fair tonight. I think he said, 12 races again tomorrow night?
Something. It's either 11 or 12.
Yeah. First race post at 6:30. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. And I got to go shopping.
It is chilly and will be even colder tomorrow, but thank you all for tuning in. It was a great night of racing. Join us back here, as Roger said, at 6:30 tomorrow, but they will be at Woodsfield at 3 p.m., so plenty of county fair racing to come. Say, on behalf of Chris behind the camera, Roger, and myself,
Doug Ballinger,
that is also true. Thank you, and we hope to see you at a racetrack real soon.
Be there!
This has been Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing has been presented by Midland Acres, thestable.ca, Dublin Valley Farms, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, and the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio County Fair Racing is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.